Well, because of that, I've taken a slide.
Shut the heck up.
We're live.
Oh, hi! Hello! Welcome to Water Under the Bridge. Wait,
you know,
we are actually live,
a
right?
countdown.
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say this isn't one of those. Gotcha. Hi, welcome to Water Under the Bridge. This is a totally not 5th edition game. This is a Pathfinder 2nd edition.
Are you sure we're going?
Yeah, it's just delayed. I can see it now.
Oh, I had to refresh.
It's a Pathfinder 2nd edition game in which we are playing old school modules from that other D20 game that everybody knows and loves, converted to Pathfinder 2nd edition and set in the homebrew campaign setting of Enderin. Now, let's talk about who we are more specifically. Hey, Ava.
Hi, I'm Gremlin number 1. I play Junko, the ASMR
Yeah, you already
Ranger.
did this bit.
I said Gremlin. We were babies last time.
You're right, I'm sorry.
That's true.
Yeah, and today, because Askell spoke and ruined my other bit, I will do everything in my power to give him a hard time today.
Oh, you'll do that today as opposed to every other time. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, Gremlin number 2.
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm Gremlin number 2, aka Lizzie Myth, aka Medora, human pirate, now sorcerer, who totally isn't in with any deities and gonna give Askell a hard time by adding extra characters and personalities to play with. Cue Gremlin number 3.
That's me. I'm Gremlin number 3. I don't know why I was a robot. Hi, I'm Ashlow. I play Ithri, who's a dwarven boy who hits things with hammers, whether it be to make things or unmake things. Yeah, that's me. Oh, sorry. Cue Gremlin number 4.
No. I don't have a choice. I guess I'm Gremlin number 4. I'm Ashley. I play Cora. She's an ASMR monk. She's the angelic gremlin. Yep.
Hi, I'm Gremlin number 5. I'm Jessica Blaze. I play Kyrak, the Iruxi, who just really likes stars.
Oh, is that yep, okay. And I'm the janitor who cleans up after these gremlins. I'm Askell Archer. I'm the GM for the game, and I'll be, as mentioned, cleaning up behind them, and maybe a little bit in front of them so that they, don't get into mischief that they can't get out of. While they play in our big sandbox. You can also be involved, chat. How, you might be wondering? Well, I'll tell you. You can use your gold pieces, your channel points, to buy hero points that our players can use to not die or to re-roll a bad roll. I occasionally can be convinced to let them get away with other things for a hero point, but that's rare. You could also, if you're a person of astute character and class, purchase villain points for yours truly, which I will use to make these players' lives just a tiny bit harder, still manageable, but a little more difficult. Maybe by having an NPC make a save they otherwise would have failed, or by making a player re-roll that important saving throw not to get sucked into the sand by quicksand that was absolutely warned about, but they were like, let's walk around outside of the gates that say, be careful walking outside these gates.
I choose to not understand this sign.
As an entire party. At least you didn't bring the camels. Anyway, if you're enjoying the sounds that you're hearing today, that Ashlow didn't even need to remind me about this time. They come from Tabletop and Michael Gelfi Studios.
Oh, funny. Tabletop
RPG?
That's the one.
No, it is.
Yes.
Music. Tabletop RPG music. That's the one. Let's get this show on the road.
Okay.
With a brand new intro. Wait, we're back. What? Don't count that. Hi, everybody.
No, today I'm pure chaos.
We are back. So let's talk about the Desert of Desolation. Our party of brave adventurers were sentenced to death by exile into the Desert of Desolation after allegedly short-sheeting a wizard's bed and bringing some wenches into his home when he already had other wenches. They were exiled for the purposes of completing a prophecy that the wizard was pretty firmly convinced you were meant to resolve. In this prophecy, the Dark One would return and bring flames to the world. And not like the Dark Souls fire is good kind of flames, but like the flames that would destroy everything. To prevent this return, an ancient wizard named Martek left 5 star gems across the desert, hidden in history for you to find. With those 5 gems, you can enter the tomb of Martek to claim some kind of magical super weapon, the Sphere of Martek. And with this, you'd be able to banish the Dark One forever. You set out into the desert with some supplies, some scraps of map, and a lot of motivation, and a staggering amount of motivation to solve an ancient language. The travels were more or less okay. You met some wanderers, some traders, some wildlife. You encountered hazards like quicksand and the dust devil, which unfortunately blew away much of the track you were following. And so you set out straight north, hoping that you knew where you were going. And that's where we're going to pick up. It is, according to my notes, it is math 8 p.m. on the 8th of Bera.
And we know where we're going.
Sure. The 2 moons, the silver sleeper and the gold guardian, are both waxing gibbous in the sky, which basically means that they're 2/3 full on the right side, if that helps you. I believe you were about to travel forward because you were traveling at dusk and dawn instead of hot, blazing afternoon and searing, freezing cold nighttime.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So we move forward. You hope. You move
I'm
forward.
in the
What do you
darkness
think you move
once
forward?
again.
We go
So
forward.
we had E3. You
Wow.
were like
You hope you're going north.
concentrating on the direction.
Askell, I can't see anything,
Yes.
like at all.
It's showing up on
I also cannot see anything.
Yeah,
I
I'm
also
getting-
cannot-
Observer
see
sees
anything.
it.
Oh,
Observer.
Okay,
can
I
it.
see a green arrow of where we are.
You see the green
But-
arrow, you don't see
Black.
what
I see
the
black.
flip.
It's
this
Amy
is
Winehouse.
very thematic.
I won.
What?
Yes. It's nighttime.
I just
Okay,
thought we
hang
were
on a
traveling
sec-
in
wait,
the dark.
Wait, just one gosh.
this
Does
a
anyone
night
here
moment?
have dark vision?
Wait a
So-
minute,
you
wait,
do.
I can
Did.
fix this. I'll
Have
fix
it.
it.
Is it definitely
I'm
not
fixing
like a
it.
mod that's
This is the PS
Ownership.
for the stream that basically Foundry has done an update and we love it, but it does mean that we now are blind in the desert.
I found the problem.
As opposed to earlier when we knew exactly where we were going.
We weren't
You know,
blind.
at least we
were
could see
lost
where
with
we were
vision.
going.
Yeah, we could see that we were lost now.
Better?
Now,
No.
by logic,
No.
we can't
should we do
see
a
that we're
refresh
lost, and therefore we
Yeah,
are
do a
found.
refresh.
I
We're
just
not
did a
lost.
refresh.
We're traveling in style.
Okay, but at least Observer can see it. That's the only thing that really matters.
If we can't see them, they can't see us. Nothing
It's
will hurt
foolproof.
us.
Foolproof. Yeah.
And by that logic, we're where we were meant to be.
I fully believe Midori would believe that logic.
Midori.
Medora, even.
Midori.
I've clearly
Midori.
got spirits on the mind, haven't I?
Just keep swimming. Midora, it's a desert. Just keep swimming.
It's really
Quicksand
sad if you
can't
try hard
get
enough.
me.
So much chaos.
Oh yeah, and it was also worth mentioning that you had been seeing something in the northwest gleaming in the setting sun. I just remembered that because I have a note
Yes.
here.
Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah, I refreshed Foundry and now it works.
Yep, I got it.
Oh my god, Vision. What's this like?
Isn't that nice?
Oh, it's lovely.
Okay. You don't see the path anymore as you continue forward, but you do see something else. There's
Is it
what
an
looks
8?
like some kind of stone ruin ahead. Something lies in the sand ahead of you. Far ahead of you, but it's in the direction you're moving.
So, just to remind me, the player, last time we saw a thing that looked like it was to the northwest, but we carried on north and it disappeared, right?
We
As if
ignored it.
wasn't-
Yeah, well,
yeah.
you saw something straight west, and yeah, it looked like an oasis.
But when
Yes.
we carried on, it disappeared. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
We ignored it because
So-
we were looking for the flags.
Mhm.
Yes, and we
Um,
assume the shiny is that, so that's what we're heading towards.
And I am basically every now and then kind of keeping like a detect.
We've got a detect magic going because
Detect
it's
magic.
like, is it transmutation magic that the all the flags have had?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I told you transmutation. I write stuff down. Where did I put it?
Though
Yeah,
with it,
stuff and things.
now night as it is. Actually, that reminds me.
Hi, time.
Nighttime.
So you wish to proceed toward these ruins?
Well, is there any way to gauge how long it'll take us to get to that point?
You can do a survival check if you are trained. Alternatively, desert lore would work.
Oh,
Does anybody know
I
how long
wonder
it'll
what I
take
might
us
have.
to get there?
hang on. I do want to make sure I do actually have
Because I
desert
know
lore
it's
before I
gonna
start.
get cold pretty fast, right? So
Bless you.
who needs to be blessed?
Oh,
I can cast
Ethe was
Bless.
just
I've-
quietly sneezing in
I-
the back. I don't know
yeah.
how he didn't make it really loud. He's usually
Oh,
really loud.
okay.
I know, right?
Hashtag
Getting
bless.
better at stuff.
No,
There's like a desert
sorry.
wind blowing through,
I can,
and
I
it
can survival.
it makes things a little noisy.
I can survival, but I guess Ithri would have to stop. Oh no, because he was doing stuff to make sure we would.
I mean, I can spot anything out of place in my favourite terrain, which is desert.
It's your favorite terrain?
So that
it's
being
my
the case,
favourite
then
terrain. I
I'll
live
give you an
here.
auto success on this. You're pretty confident what you're seeing ahead is not a mirage.
Okay, but that wasn't the question.
How travel time?
Answer the
You-
question.
Assess that it would probably be on camel at least another few hours before you get there.
Ooh.
Did we go towards it? It's
At
real?
this point, it is about 11 p.m. and it has gotten hella cold.
I think
mean-
we have to stop, right?
Yeah, let's
Because it's
stop.
getting.
Then
Okay.
we got a nice casual ride in the morning.
I will keep first watch if we are resting.
You guys set up for the night, making camp as normal. During your watch, it doesn't take long to start to get pretty fucking cold. Now, all of you are
Fire.
in heavy desert clothing, correct?
And we have a fire.
And you
Yes.
have a fire. So you do not take cold damage, nor become fatigued, because you're ready this time. Though you do have to deduct another instance of your firewood and your another day of food and drink.
Who's keeping track of that?
It was in the spice camel spice. Was it spice?
Yeah, who's keeping
Why is
track of
why is
Spice
camel now Spice Camel? I thought we
know.
all agreed on Venga Camel.
Okay.
Key.
I don't care which camp. I just want to make sure it's being kept track of.
I did
Like,
nothing.
I think you're missing the point here.
Oh,
it doesn't
Key, if
have
you're
the stuff
renaming the
in it.
camel, you're tracking.
Sure.
I believe this is like day 4 or 5, so
Yeah.
food is going to start being a problem in another 5 or
We
so
got
days.
We got 2 weeks worth, right?
We got 2
Mhm.
weeks worth, but
Okay.
I presume unless.
Oh, right, and that's right. The merchant caravan fed you.
Yeah, for one
Ah,
day, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we got. This is day 5. We got 4 used.
Okay,
I
perfect.
guess.
And your firewood, I believe you were only given 10 days of firewood.
That doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure it was 14, just like the food.
I don't think that is true.
Well, you'd be wrong.
So we'd be down 3 rations each and 3 firewood. I assume the merchants would have had their own firewood.
Merchants had fire.
They did, yes.
Yeah.
So that would be 4 since this is number 5.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
It'd be 4 now. But during the night, you find that the entire desert becomes as brilliant as crystal beneath the moonlight, as frost sets in again. The moons shine down, and you can feel the growing strength of both the Guardian and the Sleeper, seen as benevolent moons. In fact, I believe on a night when both moons are full, it's seen as a night of prophecy, and on a night when the third moon, hidden as it is full along with the other 2, those nights are truly 1 in a million, and it is said that even the divine is possible. And that night may be coming soon.
Well, I'm gonna go out there bundled up and not for very long. Give a quick prayer up to the sky. Not to Argyle!
To who?
To the sleeper. Well, both moons since they're there, but
The Guardian and the Sleeper. Okay. You never know if they're listening. There are those who believe they do them. In fact, your former friend was a believer that the moons were divine themselves. For better
All
or
the more
worse,
reason to pray.
the cold night passes, giving way to the dawn. The frost melts. The desert comes alive with tiny flowers, painting the land in beautiful hues. And you know it's time to move, while the temperature isn't quite so hellish. You press north.
can we still
And-
see the shiny?
Briefly, you do see something glittering in the morning dawn, or in the dawn. Wait. I don't know if you'd see it in the dawn. I gotta double check my notes on
Why
that. It might only be
not?
in the because the sun rises in the east.
Oh.
Okay.
Cora?
No,
Hmm?
you don't actually see it at present.
I've just
But
gone
you can
back
see the
through
ruins.
my diary. I think Archaeo read my diary.
You keep one of those?
Somebody's been writing in this.
In your diary? Can I see?
I will show you.
I would like to see too. Like what? Asko looks so proud of this.
I have loved so much of this. I don't know if I can share this to Observer, but
You cannot.
um,
That is by design.
Read it out.
Yeah, just read it.
well, I was making note of like when I went out into the city in Eminence,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and that all the other religious symbols were chipped off, and I think Archaeo's written, "What do you mean? They said they wanted it." And then I commented that Archaeo and Vitriol sat at the head of the table together, and I think he's written blah 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 He just keeps my spare seat warm. Also, he's questioned whether the spell he cast was really divine. And apparently it was only one devil that he made a deal with, and he was totally nice. Okay, Ish, you just can't please anyone anymore.
Loki's gotten his hands on something.
Well, that's weird. You know,
I just wanted to check what magic I found on the thing.
They make little locks that you can like install on things. Maybe you should like put a little lock on that.
If a god is writing in it, they don't need to open.
Maybe a divinely magic lock.
You want to do like an arcane lock or something? Would that work? Do you have
Yeah, but
that?
He's
Divine
not a
lock?
god, right? We agreed this.
Cora, just
Cora,
looks
you
at
might want to talk
Junko.
to your mother.
What?
What?
Why?
What?
What?
I
No,
don't
he
need to
didn't
do
actually
that. I don't need to. Why?
Your dad?
No, I just. You want me to talk to Vidriel?
I
Who do you want me to talk to right now?
I don't worry. Just thoughts running through my head, too many at once.
I love
Are
how
you saying you think Loki did that?
Does it not look like something they would do?
Doesn't look like their handwriting.
You seen their handwriting?
Maybe.
Is this something you guys normally do? Like,
What do you mean?
well, that was just my notes. And you guys don't look in
Wait.
there often, do you?
I don't go. No, I don't go through your things.
Okay.
you make notes.
You
I
have things?
I have a
Oh.
journal too.
I've been trying to like do the translations and things on this map, and I was writing stuff down. And
Okay, I admit, once you guys fall asleep, I occasionally take a peek, but that's not the habit.
You look at my journal?
Yours is fun. Medora's is interesting.
There's private things in there. She's like
Medora
blushes.
is like starting to blush very heavily. You haven't read all of it, right?
No. Juko kind of like, wow, the sleeper looks really pretty.
Well, it's dawn now.
Nope.
Yeah, which makes it even better.
I can see it in the
You
sun.
can still see it. Yeah, it's
Like,
visible.
wow, the sleeper looks really nice right now.
So Idri, which way's north?
That's the way we're going.
As you guys
Okay.
mount up and proceed forward, after only about 30 minutes, you find signs of footprints and tracks indicating you are once more back on the Sand Voyager's track.
Yay.
Holy shit, we did it.
You did not get lost,
Told you.
and so you continue forward until something interrupts your...
Can I do something before
travels.
something interrupts our travels?
Yes, of course. Please do. I wish you
I
would.
just, I want to quietly just mutter, you didn't mess with Medora's journal, did you?
That would take the stealth out of it.
Did you?
There's
no,
no
not
answer.
you. I'm not asking you.
Oh, okay. We'll be more clear. You gotta like raise your hand when you talk to Loki or something.
GM knew who I was talking to.
There is
Elf
no
or
answer.
Loki? Okay. You may continue.
Lying ahead in the sands, half buried, you see a fallen obelisk, a four-sided pillar. Its top is pointed to the southwest. Carved runes are visible on the surface of this pillar. The path taken by caravans and others that you've returned to is easy enough to spot. It doesn't veer right or left. It just seems to ignore the signpost completely and heads straight north. However, do you wish to draw close enough to examine the runes?
I will do cautiously.
No, remember what happened last time?
Yeah, but
That's
What do you
what the
mean?
cautiously came in from.
I mean,
Can we
last
do a
time-
check to see if there's anything around?
Sure, you can do perception checks. Blind,
Oh.
of course.
Quicksand check.
Naturally.
Are the camels willing to approach the runes?
Yeah, the camels have no hesitation to approach the obelisk.
Oh, that's a good sign. I'm still gonna do a perception. though.
If the camel goes, I'm going. I just want to make a note of the runes to try and help with the translations.
So, both Kyrak and Cora, as you sort of examine the area, a few things become clear to you. Number one, there's no sign of shifting sands or quicksand. Number two is that there are alternate trails here, lesser taken, smaller, that branch off of the main one going to the right and one to the left. These trails disappear behind dunes after setting generally easterly or westerly directions of travel.
I'm happy
Okay,
to tell everyone that it's safe, that there's no quicksand, and we can check the pillar. Question mark?
Yeah, it looks fine to me too. Medora, do you see magic on this pillar?
I can check. I will do.
Is this just a marker or?
I will do read aura.
You do not detect. And mind you, it takes a minute of casting, but after that minute, you detect no magic coming from it.
Okay.
Is
And I
there
would
like
say at
a?
this point, since you've spent a minute, here's the inscription.
I was about to ask, do we get an inscription?
Oh,
I like that
6B.
you guys are so
6B.
into it, but like, does anybody say anything or do anything?
Yeah, the Cora's studying it.
I love that, like, lots of people here are very into this kind of puzzle, and then the dyslexic head over here is just like, no, we'll have it, it's fine.
Oh, trust me,
It's like,
I look
"Oh,
at
piece of
it and I'm
candy."
like, no.
Yeah, which is like, I think is probably the same as Ithri. Ithri's probably just like, they'll get it, it's fine.
To be fair,
trust
those
them.
of you who are not the puzzle solvers, you guys can fill the moment. What do you do in this moment?
Ithri is
Okay.
looking through his stuff to make sure he's still got some belongings, and if they've been accessed.
Oh,
Check your journal.
I have a journal.
I'm like eyeing it, but also making it look like I'm trying to solve the puzzle.
Very interesting.
So, I can read parts of it, and then my brain got distracted and was like, something mood. Yeah,
I see
mood.
pyramids.
That's a mood.
Oh, how about you? Rude.
This,
Is
des-
it-
this
is it
desert's in a
something-
mood.
looks like it's something to do with hexes and pyramids.
Yeah, I got pyramid,
Yeah.
and then that's also, I believe, a word we've seen before, but I have only got this notes and can't find the other
I wish it
notes.
wasn't so pixelated.
okay, listen, you little shit.
Is there any?
Oh my god, did you hear that?
Is there any signs of wildlife around?
Us.
Go ahead and make a
Other
survival
than
check,
us?
please.
Okay.
What did we decide that letter
Uh,
was?
Because if these guys are doing something useful, Ithri's going to try and.
Do you want me to
force it
send you
into-
over my phonetic notes?
I have the phonetic notes here.
Oh, perfect.
I wrote them out beautifully.
Is
and
this
then-
blind?
Confused.
No. E3, you are noticing, and you've been noticing this probably for a little while now, that there are less signs of desert wildlife. Just in the last few hours. there's something, you can't put your finger on what, something just feels different today. It's like you crossed some point, a line in the sand, and something in the air itself has changed.
Is there like no wildlife at all, like no life at all, or is it just the life?
There are still
wildlife has got
the
smaller?
tracks.
Yeah, okay. Smaller and more sparse. Well, there's no catching any dinner.
Gonna chuck out the
Lunch.
obvious. That's a whilst in there, isn't it?
What?
Yes, it is.
In the room text blurry thing.
I think that says whilst.
I'd imagine so.
Because it's 2 V's.
Yeah. Either that
So
or
you've got
whilst.
Medora, Kyrak, and Cora all like hunched over this obelisk, like doing little sketches, comparing it to other notes, kind of going full archaeologist on it.
Sure. Are they like raised letters, chipped in letters, or are they just written?
Carved in.
So, for speed reasons, can I just get a bit of paper and like scribble over it?
Oh yeah, yeah. And remember, I'm treating these since we're in exploration. One exploration round, so to speak, is about 10 minutes. So
So it's
I'm
enough to
assuming,
copy
like-
it down.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because you guys have these handouts, I'm assuming part of you guys working on them is copying them. You don't need to worry about that.
Look at this
Could I-
crazy. Why?
Can I do an occultism check on the pillar?
Yeah. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or just general? And that would be blind, by the way.
Sure. I'm looking mostly for if I'd know what kind of tribe or being or creature
Okay.
wrote this language or would know this language.
Would that be occultism? I think that'd actually be society.
Fantastic. This is going to go so much worse.
Don't worry.
Let's do it anyway.
You're not really sure. Your people always, I mean, whenever they find ruins like this, it sort of gets lumped under the old people. It's clear that this is another sign of the old ones, but what does that actually mean in practice? Your people never really knew. They just are. They're the old ones. Those who dwelled here long ago.
I would like to tell the party at large that, according to my people, this was written by someone before we got here.
I mean,
Okay.
as far as like the
Medora
legends of
slap
your
sheet.
people, your people do know that like they were ruled by pharaohs. They had empires that spanned these deserts, but like
Ooh, cool.
they're gone
Ooh.
now. They're gone in their entirety.
Just.
I will say, given your background, you'd probably know that while your village didn't particularly follow this trend, there are many of the Elemen who are especially knowledgeable about these old ruins.
Oh, we could find some element and they can translate it for us.
Yeah, the problem is that the element might want to kill us, and then the other people might want to kill us as well.
I mean, I haven't so far.
They might not
Mm.
want to translate for outsiders.
You see that circle
I'm
with
not
a
an
cross through it?
outsider.
Are we thinking that's some sort of like sentence ender?
I thought it was an asterisk.
I've never seen it before. Have
You
we?
mean it just maybe looks like warning of death? That's all I got there.
I thought it was more like an asterisk.
Are there any snake
Like, you know,
holes
little-
around?
Small print.
From what the earlier survival and perception determined, it doesn't seem like it. If you want, you can make a nature or survival check, though, just regarding sinkholes, quicksand, what have you.
Alright, I'm trying to gather a pet snake. Just kidding, I was gonna eat it.
What?
I don't know which one's worse.
Blind?
Mhm.
Blind.
Oh, no, yeah. This,
I
'cause
think
you're
that's a
effectively recalling
new
knowledge.
symbol.
It is the same.
You don't see any. As far as you know, like, this whole desert is fucking deadly because that quicksand could be anywhere. I imagine Junko's not thrilled about this entire locale just because, like, you never know when you're just gonna waltz into quicksand.
Garden. It says garden.
Whereabouts? Oh, over there.
Oh, first
Top
line,
line.
yeah.
Yeah. I
Garden.
think something sings.
Hey,
Do we
It
have to
sings in the
sing?
garden.
Or kings.
And
No, I think it's a C. It's a C sound.
E3 and Junko, you can assume that you're hearing these things. So from them, so you suddenly hear Cora exclaiming about a garden on the obelisk.
Did you say sings?
Something sings in a garden. I don't
Garden.
know.
A harpy?
Garden like an oasis?
A harpy.
What if you sing and then the oasis comes?
Sing
don't-
what?
I don't think in a place called the Desert of Desolation anything's just gonna arrive pleasant because you're singing.
Have you ever heard of a siren? Like, you know, you're out at sea and you hear singing, and it's like,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
here, and then they eat. I mean, it might be that kind of singing where it's like, here's
Okay,
a
well,
song,
that's
now you're
not
gonna
good.
die.
You don't think it's that, do you?
Could I do some sort of check to see if there is something called what I'm reading as a zephyr? If that is
What?
so
A cipher?
a zephyr.
Zephyr.
Oh, Zephyr,
Hmm.
like the wind.
Hmm. Which is weird because that's how I'm reading it, but like Medora's now is that a word? That doesn't feel like a word. Is it a
A
word?
zephyr? A zephyr
Sounds
is a
like
word.
a wind, a spirit of the wind or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, Myth knows that. Medora's looking at it with total confusion, and
Okay, I
even
think
Myth
we're-
is like context-wise doesn't make sense, but sure.
Is that what you got on the second line before
The very
that
last
weird?
line.
Yeah,
Asterisk.
first word of the last line.
There's no H in there though, but it looks, but like, of the pyramid.
Zephyr
Wind of the pyramid.
Zephyr, yeah, wind
Or
of the
wind of
pyramid.
Fire, bizarre, wind of the pyramid. It's, yeah, it's a stretch. Whilst
Whilst her Liz.
have we got that
Ashlow,
word?
is there a way to open this inscription on Observer just so chat can kind of join them in what they're trying to do?
So Observer doesn't have any controls whatsoever. It would only be you would have to do it, and then I think it pops up on Observer. So if you were to like,
But it auto closes
Mm.
after 30 seconds, I think.
yes,
To be fair,
I'm gonna set something up
Here.
for Observer.
whilst here,
unless you like made a
Yeah.
new page with that as the background or something.
I've got it. I'm gonna bring it back to the landing page once I add that inscription to it.
Hey Junko,
Yes.
I don't have a journal, but a while back I wrote my brother some letters, and if you haven't already, you can read them. And he's gonna hold out a scroll. A scroll case.
I'll take this
specifically.
scroll and act not guilty.
What? Oh no, I haven't read this.
But
Well,
if you have read them, I expected that because I started
Uh,
writing them early on.
no, I maybe read the first two and then I stopped.
Can you zoom that in, Ashlow?
I can, yes. Well, I mean, I don't have any secrets from you guys. We got,
It's honestly, most of it is just job habits that don't die. Easily,
I am-
at least.
I mean, if it helps.
Why do I need this information now?
I was just offering it because
I'd rather ask you now.
ask me
Road.
what.
the of the sings to the garden site.
They're talking about.
It's road.
Shh. Road.
Yeah, it's
Road of
repeated
the
on the
Kings.
second line.
Road, of the Kings to the garden site of
of
Bazaar. Bazaar.
Huzzar,
That would
Bazaar,
make sense,
whatever
yeah.
that one is.
Pyramid.
Here lies the road of the kings to the garden site of the bazaar.
Oh,
Whilst
here.
Here lies the road of the kings to the garden
road
site of the
to
bazaar.
fire
Most here-
bazaar, something of the pyramid.
Whilst here lies
Wait.
the road. Yeah.
Hang on. So we're at the junction on the map fragment. We're here.
Yes, it's pointing us in two directions.
Yay.
One road goes to the garden of the kings of the bazaar. One road leads us
Yeah.
to the Zephyr of the pyramid.
So we shouldn't go over this way because there's a dragon worm, sandworm thingy. Let's not go that way.
So we want to go this way. Straight.
Alright, which way
well,
do you want to go first?
Left?
I feel like that's the shorter road. According to the map.
Where do
I-
most of the footprints go? Is there one that looks heavier?
Yeah, straight north. The Sand
Okay.
Voyager's track just goes straight north.
So if we go straight north, there's loads of people. If we turn,
It seems like very few people go east or west, but people do go east and west.
Wait, west?
wait, west?
West?
So that's the split. It goes north, east, or west.
We only have 2 things on this thing.
What's west?
Wait, that's a river. We decided that was a river.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
isn't a river. This is a road.
Are we sure that's a river?
Are we sure
Maybe,
we're there?
maybe it used to be a river a long time ago, but now it's not. I think we should just go north for now.
I can't imagine there being a river here.
Well, the
Might be a
millennia
riverbed.
ago,
Okay.
Yes,
it
I
might have
meant
been
now.
full of water.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh well.
So
right.
we think we're there. We think we're here. I think we're
Roughly.
here. Do you think we're?
I think roughly we're there, yeah.
No, I agree.
Unless
But there's
garden...
no pyramid there, to be fair.
No, Garden of the Bazaar, is that maybe the Sacred Palm? Much further up north.
No, that's
Oh,
where we
yeah,
came
maybe.
from, I think.
I will say this.
We might not be on
Given
this
what
map
you've
yet.
discovered at this point, you do see signs that seem to indicate what may have once been arrows in 2 different directions, but the directions are directly opposite of one another. So either north-south, northeast, southwest, east-west, etc.
Okay, I didn't need you jumping in here with your
East-west?
arrows.
You'd be able to see that. Right around where those weird
Stand with
symbols
2
are.
arms out and spin round. We've got one of the options. Let's keep going north. I think we keep going north. Sod it.
I think so too.
North.
I'll go with the group.
Let's follow the footprints. We think we're either going to a garden of a bazaar or a pyramid of a bazaar. Sounds great.
Sounds bizarre.
How bizarre.
North, then? Continuing to
Yes.
follow the Sand Voyager's track?
I could look into my stuff, but you know, let's just go.
Sure.
I mean, I could see the future.
Wait, what?
I
What?
think we
A
might
very
end up.
vague future. You know what? Yeah, sod it. I'm going to cast Read Omens.
How long do you need?
10 minutes.
Okay. Is yours a yes no?
It gives a cryptic piece of advice.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to write another rhyme, damn it.
Mine's so much easier. I just get like a yay, nay. I want
It
a
doesn't have
full
to necessarily
limerick
be
at
a
some
rhyme,
point.
let's see, choose-
Full
Okay.
limerick.
So choose a particular goal or activity that you plan to engage in, or an event that you expect might happen.
So, ooh, how am I going to word this? I'm assuming I can't be as vague as to say which path benefits us best.
No.
Yeah, I didn't
it would
think
you
so.
have to be very specific. So like we go east, or we go north, or something like that.
Is going north beneficial?
Can't even ask that. It's literally just going north.
Okay, we go north.
Okay, and now tell me this, because read omens can look all sorts of different ways. It could be throwing bones, it could be reading tea leaves. How do you read the omens?
So I kneel to the floor, look to the sky, close my eyes, and breathe heavily.
Okay. And as you do this, it's very much like meditation. And you begin to feel the desert wind on your scales. You can feel dead air, death on the wind. You feel heat from the east wind. You feel cold from the west wind. And you feel just intensity from the north wind. But the north wind ceases to blow before the other two. There's your cryptic omen.
To the party at large, I say, that way's hot, that way's cold, that way is unpleasant.
What do you mean, hot and cold? Like temperature?
Yeah, to the rest of you, the
Sure.
wind has not changed.
Hot,
Yeah,
cold,
like,
and unpleasant. None of those are
Hmm.
pleasant. So,
Back the way we came?
I mean, I
Avery's still
prefer
just
cold.
sweating.
How is it?
Prefer
How is
cold.
it? How is one hot and one cold? In the desert. And
Night
at
and
the same
day.
time.
Do you mean
Dusk?
hot, cold? Oh, do you mean that thing? So, you know when you're like,
Like chill
playing,
burns.
playing hide and seek, or you're hiding something from someone and they're searching for it and you're like, hotter, colder? Do you think it's like that? So cold is
Oh.
not what you're searching for and hot is?
Oh.
What was
Or-
the unpleasant one
Or
like
do you
again?
guys not use
North
that
was,
game?
north was unpleasant, east was hot, west was cold.
So do we want to go east then?
Wait, east was what?
East was hot.
I mean, if we are where I thought we are on the map, east points towards that massive dragon sandworm picture.
And the
They
fire
breathe
bazaar.
fire.
Or
Okay, well
Killer
maybe
Bazaar.
it's nice, you know.
Cold
Maybe
on the
it's a
map.
lonely dragon.
I don't think we are where we were. Anyway. Thanks.
You guys seem like you need this.
There's 3 paths, right? If there's 3 paths and we are here, then hot is fire bazaar, north
Yeah.
is bazaar, and west is
Oh.
cold.
West
I think
could
you
be
got your
anything.
east and west backwards.
Wait, this is north, isn't it?
No.
Didn't we
She's
come
got it
off?
all wrong.
Were we walking on one of these trails though?
We thought we were. What if we're not? What if we're like over here, and the road goes like, nyeh,
Yeah, you guys
Excuse
should have
me.
drawing tools.
nyeh.
No, I don't.
I love the neom.
Silly. Didn't it,
Genuinely.
like, if we're looking at this, like, didn't we come from one of these directions? Like, we were on the Sand Voyager's path, weren't we?
You
To get
are,
here.
as far as you can tell, the track you're on now looks exactly the same as the Sand Voyager's track that you were on, which was going generally northward, with occasional northwest.
Okay.
Granted, these maps don't have a compass rose on them, so you could be right. They could be
And this could be a
north
river.
is not
and-
necessarily up.
It could be a
Not
path
even-
or a riverbed, yeah.
I mean, this clearly says river, but they could have been using that as the basis for a trail. I don't know. Well, should we go to the hot one then?
Shall we go east?
I mean, we are here to put a stop to something hot and evil, I guess, right?
Well,
We
we
go
also have
east.
to collect things, don't we not?
Yeah. We go. Wait. Yeah.
Gotta
We
catch
go
them all.
east, and then we keep doing Read Aura. And if we get anything weird, maybe we come back here.
Like, whoa, this is too hot. Let's go the other way.
Yeah. If this gets.
Too hot.
What does unpleasant feel like?
It's not pleasant.
Like, do you feel repulsed, or like you shouldn't go there, or you feel like
was
you
it
have to
mean
poop,
to you?
or
Wait,
what's that feel
never
like?
mind. Let's
Said
let's
horrible
not go
things
down
to
that
me.
path.
It felt like regardless that would be a difficult route.
When have we ever taken the easy route, though? Oh, you wouldn't know this. We always take the difficult route.
I've just got here.
Well,
E3, spin around and point with your eyes closed.
what? No, we're gonna go east, aren't we?
Yeah, I thought
Let's just go east. It's okay.
there's no point doing a spell or a magic or a whatever that was to get stuff and then do a random direction. Let's go east.
Okay.
And if it turns
Let's do
out to be
east.
really shit, we know hot is bad.
Well,
we
hot
already-
is always bad.
I
We're in a
mean,
desert.
like more. I presume it's not hot as in temperature because I mean, everywhere's hot. I don't
You
want it
know
to
when
be
I
hot.
bitched about this spell? I take it back. I love this spell. Because
I'd
to
like
me
to
it's
use a
so
villain point
obvious,
to make
but
you
now you
read
guys
it.
are like pulling your hair out. Like, what does that mean?
What does it mean if hot?
We must overanalyze everything.
To you, it's so
Oh.
obvious. To me, as a player, forget the characters. My brain gave me two solutions to what you said.
So you guys
Neither of
are
them
now
might be.
heading east, following one of the smaller trails.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to stay on the trail, or are you just going to go straight east regardless?
I presume we're I
Trail,
Ithri
aren't we?
wouldn't be happy going off trail just randomly east.
I vote
Okay.
trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, after
And
the sand
so-
sinkholes, we're going on trail.
Do the camels,
Leave-
when we start
Oh.
moving, Ithri wants to pay attention to the camels to see if they seem like either reluctant or confused.
No, they're pretty chill.
Okay, cool.
They're just kind of like whatever, man, and
They're
they
not
keep
like,
going.
But we should have been going that way, or like, what the fuck are you doing?
No.
Okay, that's cool. As long as the camels are chill, then.
Oh, you mean like if you were like as a kid, you'd ride horses around a thing? When I did it, and my horse, I didn't give him any direction.
The
He
horses
just
know
knew
the
what-
routes.
He knew what to do. He stopped when he was supposed to stop and go when he was supposed to go.
That kind
really
of thing, like
appreciate-
point them east and then go.
So
And they go.
what this tells you, and I'll let you decide if this is good or bad, is that these camels are not Sand Voyagers Guild camels. They are probably cheap.
Oh man.
Well,
It's
Alice
okay,
is a cheap camel.
Dax. It's okay.
They're Kmart brand camels.
Aw.
No.
I really appreciate that the E3 was waiting for his camel just to look around and be like, huh?
So bad news,
We're
though.
going this way. What?
As you are leaving the Sand Voyagers track, travel gets a little rough. You are slowed as you are traversing sand dunes.
Yeah, but where are
And
the
instead of
camels?
3 hours per hex, it will now take 5 hours per hex.
Oh,
So,
this really sucks.
As the clock hits noon, let me ask you, do you want to press forward, or do you want to break for the day and wait till evening?
It's getting
Gonna
hot,
quickly,
right?
gonna quickly stop. I've got the favorite train, so if they're following me, would that still slow us down?
Yes, only because of the camels. If you were on foot, I would say no.
Fair.
Wow.
So if we carry the camels
No,
in
no,
the
I
bag of
don't-
holding,
I
If you
don't
carry
mind.
the camels, yeah, that's fine.
Hop on, Alice.
What if we got on foot and led the camels? Would that still be
Then
too
you
slow?
would still be moving at your speed.
Mhm.
I can check. Let me actually see. That's a valid question. Moving on foot, it would be 5 hours per hex.
Let's stick
Or
to the camels.
moving on foot without following Kyrak, it would be 9 hours per hex.
And then camels is what on Hex?
6.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was wrong. It's 6 hours per hex for the camels.
so it's
So actually, it would be faster on foot leading the camels.
okay. on
off the
foot,
road.
but Midori's gonna. The sun's probably as far overhead as it can be, but Midori's gonna stand close to the camel so that if there is any shade, she's
I'm actually
under.
like gobsmacked by this. I did not expect you guys to be faster on foot than on the camels here.
That's why I asked. I was, you never know.
Is it a bad time to bring up that in my favourite terrain I get a plus 10-foot circumstance bonus?
Only you do, though.
You can
See you later,
scout
guys.
ahead.
I'm off.
Goodbye.
Bye!
Give me a
Bye.
piggyback.
Yeah, which means every 100 foot you gotta stop and wait and be like,
So,
Tapping foot.
it does beg the question, are you going to wait until
Oh.
evening, or are you going to...
Oh, if it's getting real hot, we probably
if,
should.
if
Right?
it's getting real hot, E3 is getting real complainy.
Can we get a sample of it?
Why? Why is it so hot? Can't I so...
We'll say you guys make it about a
Like
mile
water on
before you're
me.
like, it's later than we realized. That must have taken a little longer.
Okay.
All right, so you set up camp for the afternoon.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, there's a few things that happen through the day. Number one, because you started going off the trail, you have access to taller sand dunes. From the top, which one of you, pick one of you guys volunteer, who would go to the top of a sand dune just to have a look around?
Or
I had a feeling
I
Junko
would.
was first.
Yeah.
Let's
Junko
all
had the
go.
fastest hand in the west. You can see, as you get a lay of the land, Junko, you see something that wasn't initially visible from the Sand Voyager's track. Far to the north and a little bit to the west, like the plated spine of a sea dragon rising from the waves of a placid sea, so do the mountain peaks north of you rise from the desert dunes. Starkly forbidding they stand, black against the glittering sands. Okay, I'm gonna just assume you're processing that.
Can I get that in
South-
writing real quick? 1 sec.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll just put it into our chat. How about
I
that?
appreciate that Junko's like, the
Did not
visual's not good.
compute.
South of those black mountaintops, only a little south of them, but far north and west of you, you can make out something in the vast sand sea glittering in the sunlight as the sun gleams off of it. Okay, cool.
You said
I
something's
assume-
glittering. Just
No
Just
telling what
Jun-
it is, though. You
Just
can't really
Junko
make out.
sees this stuff, right?
Yeah,
Only
so-
if anyone else goes up to the top of a sand dune, you'd be able to see it too. So
wanna
if
find
you
out
think
what the
that
glittering
Cora
thing is.
would have come up after her, you could reach the top behind Junko and see it yourself.
What do you
Yeah.
say, Junko?
But the mountains seem to sort of zigzag a little bit.
Glittering?
I found the dragon
What?
There was a dragon?
What?
on the map.
Does that mean everyone else comes running up the sand dune?
Running.
I was gonna say, if anyone who does is
Absolutely
gonna
not.
be like.
Did Junko and Cora take their camels with them?
No.
E3's probably
No.
taking shade under a camel.
Yeah, probably. And like you guys are in the process of setting up the tents anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
It's
If
the
that makes- it
dragon
makes
on the
sense.
map.
Is it?
Yeah, look. Doesn't it look like a dragon sticking out of the sand?
Do we want to be here?
It's not really
In
a
general,
dragon.
no.
It's just rocky. The mountains.
Juko's just worried it's gonna wake up.
Right? Am I wrong?
I mean,
or-
if that's a dragon, it would be the size of Eminence.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
on the map.
Yeah.
And look over there. I see the. I think the Sand Voyagers trail. I think there's another marker.
Do you
I
wanna
assume
go over
that's
there
what it is.
when
No.
we?
Getting
I
hot.
mean,
I'm getting in the tent.
So,
No,
do you
I
guys
meant
think we're
after.
like here?
I thought we were
and down is
the other
north.
side of it.
Or do you think?
I think we're.
Which direction was the Where's the path? Where's the
You guys are
rocky
on
dragon?
the little path that goes
Which direction is
east.
the dragon?
So the dragon's northwest.
mostly north, a tiny bit west.
So
So it could be like here.
Yeah, around
Okay,
that
but
area.
that. Oh yeah,
Actually,
that
let me
is
do
right.
this.
If we were facing.
So
No!
you guys can see where you are on this map, yes?
Yes.
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 I'm pinging the eastern edge of those mountains.
Right.
Cool.
The
So
eastern.
the tippy edge.
Yeah. Okay.
And roughly where is the dragon then?
We don't. So the dragon
That
is
was it.
on the map fragment.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
That is
So-
what you were pinging,
Yeah, yeah.
wasn't it? You said that's the
Mhm.
tippy of the mountain. Okay.
The
So the thing that
easternmost
we're
tip.
having is that we've got map fragments that we started to assume that we might be on, but actually those map fragments could just be like another 10 miles.
And which direction did we come from?
South.
the trail.
Well, you've been
This
going.
way?
Technically the obelisk is west of you, but only about a mile west. Otherwise, you came from the south. Also, we've got a hero point for Kyra.
Hey.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
That does put you up to 4, which means I cannot give you hero points. Only chat.
Oh, I didn't give me
That's
my first one of the day.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody
No.
should have gotten one at the start of the day, except unless you already had 3 or more. So, Blaze,
I had
you-
3.
I already had
that.
3 anyway, yeah.
E3,
Oh, sorry,
You know
I've
how-
just done that as well.
too slow.
I already
Dora.
added mine.
I don't
Dora, never mind. You don't get one. You were already at 3.
take it back.
Oh,
I don't
Dora.
want your extra hero point.
I don't need your points.
I don't
Okay.
need to be a hero.
So, everyone except for E3 is at 3 or more.
No, I'm at 2. I did
No,
that
you're at
already.
3.
You gave me an extra.
Oh,
Mad hacks.
We're organized.
Next game, let's discuss that beforehand because we're so organized.
yeah.
Okay,
that
yeah.
was my
Very
fault.
much
I
So-
forgot.
No, it's all of us.
The dragon. Crap. Can I draw?
I don't think we can draw, but we can't see it because it's
Here.
not within
You
range.
can
Yeah.
draw
I
here
don't.
if
I
you
want to draw on the other map. Fuck.
Too bad. You can't. That's my map.
Okay.
So the problem we've got is that if that's the mount, oh my, no drawing.
If that
If
is
that's
the dragon.
mountains, then we're like here, but we should have
I'll
seen
tell you
this.
this too. From the easternmost peaks, it looks like they go southwest, then northwest, then southwest.
Hey,
If that helps.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's it.
so
then.
it-
That's it.
nice.
Yeah.
That is the okay.
All right. Should we bunk into
So
the
we
technical
came
straightforward?
from the south though.
Yep.
So here.
Originally, but we came from the west from the obelisk.
You got to bear in mind that depending on how old these maps are, these routes change. I say that as if I know. I'm guessing.
And where's the shiny?
A little bit south of the westernmost part of the mountains.
So like here? Oop. Here? Is that what you're saying?
A little more south.
Like like here, like this place right here.
It'd be potentially. It could be. It's heat distortion makes it hard to tell, but it's
Okay, so the shiny thing might not be the trail, but it's something here. So that's where we're going.
I
Well,
mean, if
So
You're
bad
actually
that I
going
want to go
east.
check
Yeah,
the
no, we're going
the
east.
Wait, we're going the
mountains.
opposite direction?
wait,
Can you
if
flip this map over?
hang on, because that thing said, where? Oh my, where's it? Here lies the road to the thing of the Garden of the Bazaar. So potentially they were in exact opposites. Hang fire. So if that's gonna annoy. So annoying. Give me a straight line. If that's the straight line between them, then and we've carried on So we would have been somewhere on that line. If the arrows were in exact opposites, pointing one at a fire bazaar, one at a bazaar, and that's what we've translated, we're on that line.
Okay.
So, in theory, we could have come up like this. Obviously, this line could actually be anywhere on that. We could have been... Like, the road could have come up here,
Yeah.
or the road could have come up here, but on the grounds we went east a little bit. I'd have said it's somewhere in the middle of that. I
Interesting.
don't think we should have gone straight east. I don't know.
Why?
Well, we're not going straight east though. We're following the trail, aren't we?
We are. We're following the hot trail.
Would Ithri be able to
hot
tell
trail.
if this trail had gone more south than north from the point where we left the path?
That would actually be kind of a survival check. Go ahead and
would-
make that.
Kind of. Then I'll
Can
kind
I
of
assist
do.
because I'm working out this
Yeah,
knowledge?
yeah. You can assist if you want. You can aid this.
I don't know how helpful my aid will be, but I've drawn on the map, so stands
want
to
this?
reason I'd try.
Do you want this blind? So that I don't know how good it is.
Yeah, I do.
I-
Though the aid does not need to be blind.
The aid I do first, or doesn't matter?
Yeah, you do first.
It's survival?
Mm-hmm.
Eh.
Okay, well, good news. While it's a failure, it's not the kind of failure that gives him a penalty. It's just a little bit beyond you. Ithri, it almost seems like the trail has a very slight northward veer. Very, very slight, though.
I will share that information with the group. Does
okay,
that help?
well that adds up. That adds up with what she just drew here,
No, it doesn't.
right?
That
'cause
means
we're
we're
going
going
east.
this.
You s-
Does that mean we're going this way?
No, we're on this trail and it goes
No,
north.
you're not. That's
No.
west.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
West and
opposite.
east backwards again.
So,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to correct you guys, but I figure you at least know your east and west. I just
Yeah,
wanna
yeah.
make sure you do.
The characters
To
definitely
be-
for my
Players.
All right, let's just make a compass.
Wait,
real
hang on
quick.
though. Could that, if we're heading slightly northwards, could it not potentially mean that we're moving across the riverbed?
control. Yeah, that's
think
what
I
I'm
used
Your
just
to-
saying.
north looks more
Yeah.
like a W than your
It
Yeah, I
does.
was like, how is it west and then east?
So west is north, east is south, east
Look.
is also east.
This is
There you
Medora's
go.
handwriting, okay?
Is this a bad time to tell you that you can literally just type it like that?
Yeah, I was.
I
about
mean,
to
I
say
typed
that
the
too.
word mountains in and then didn't type in the. You know what? You draw the compass.
There's probably an icon of a compass somewhere we can just lob on.
You draw the.
I thought about
Medora's-
adding one, and then I was like, nah, let them suffer.
Let them draw their
So,
own.
okay. So what if instead
Oh, me.
the trail goes like that more, and then it does still do because, Askel, the arrows that were in opposites, was that like a fixed thing, or could they have fallen
They
accidentally?
were carved into the stone.
They were-
But the obelisk had fallen, so you couldn't really tell which orientation it originally had.
I
when
was
it
gonna say,
upright.
yeah, it did fall.
So in theory, we could actually be there, and this line be more like that, and it's just the road. Like
In
it's
theory.
the section. Oh my, the drawing on this is very odd. So it's that section of road. If leave it alone. That it's pointing in, but that's a really weird place to put a junction marker.
Can we tell which direction this path continues on? Just keeps going east?
It's
What is
it's well, no, not really, because you're in trackless dunes, so you can only see a little ways. You just have to trust that it goes somewhere, and hope that there's no sandstorm or dust devil, in which case
But-
you'd be thoroughly boned.
So, are you guys worried that we've gone the wrong way? Because
I mean, the
Well-
path.
We wanted to head east just because we're going on the basis of east was hot.
Yeah.
Whether it leads us to the fire bazaar or the bazaar, I wouldn't say is irrelevant, but
we don't know where we're going anywhere right now, right? Like, even if we knew
We
which
know
one was
where-
which, we don't know which one we should be going
we
to.
just-
So...
We know for sure we're in this general vicinity because the mountains are right there.
Yes.
I just meant like we don't know what's at the fire bazaar or the garden bazaar, so does it matter which one we go to first? If we're
No.
accidentally going in the wrong direction, as long as we get to somewhere and don't die.
Then it's not the wrong direction.
Could I try and call upon my my friend in time and just ask whether they have seen in time the river that may have once been here?
Do you have any spells to divine?
I mean, I was just gonna like mentally reach out and see if anybody
asking
answered.
for a freebie, huh?
A freebie.
No,
if
we're not good aligned deities here. We don't do freebies.
We're not evil either. I'm
Give
just
some,
saying.
No.
cut your hand,
Yeah.
give some blood when no one's looking, you know?
Listen, there are spells that do exactly what you're trying to do. That's what they're for.
It's almost
I mean,
like you
I'm
need to take a
also-
level in cleric.
I'm also
Well, you
gonna
don't have
say, well, let's not start messing with the divine. No.
No. I'm just saying,
I'm
Yogg-Sothoth
just
does
saying.
have clerics.
And I'm just saying, I tapped vitality, and technically, I have a bit of personality in me. So, fear me,
Mhm.
Askel.
Fear me, Askel.
Kyrak,
Yo.
are you able to ask a deity of yours here?
None
Of
that
what
would be
this
awake
once
right
was?
now.
Okay.
Wait, they sleep?
Mine
I
doesn't.
try to ask my
I'll be
mom,
honest with
but
you,
I
they
don't.
barely talk in the first place.
I don't think my mom would be much help.
I think they give. Wait, you could still.
Fun thing.
Okay.
What?
You can already see the Guardian and the Sleeper as full moons tonight.
Oh,
It's not
shit.
even that late yet, and they're already visible in the sky.
Wait,
Double
doesn't,
I might be able to contact my deity.
doesn't that mean I'm good or bad?
I mean,
I know how I could contact my deity, but it would be slightly dangerous.
let's not do dangerous. We're in a desert.
I don't want to have to
Um,
stab you.
But Kyrak, if you could, usually you could get a feeling of like where the right way is to go right now, right?
Can I use my law skill to try and contact my deity?
Normally, no, but given I just said when the two moons are full, these are days of prophecy, I'll allow it. As you are a follower of the moons.
Blind, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I definitely would like to also try this, even if Midori gets no response just on the
No
ground.
fucking way.
Was it a nat 20?
It was a natural 20.
Yes!
You go
moon's
your
like,
way,
yeah,
you
go that way.
fucking idiot.
All right.
Go that way,
So,
bro.
to do this, it is going to take some time. And you guys are camping out here for the
Sure.
afternoon anyway.
Yeah.
But, Kyrek, describe some of like the preparations you're doing. This is like a pretty big ritual. You're literally now trying to commune.
So I start drawing shapes in the sand, starting with a big old circle and pushing everyone outside of it.
Just say that.
Should they walk into it with nice little intricate shapes, this, that, the other. From my inventory, I probably pull out the rope to make sure that it's all the right measurements. I would imagine the actual meditation part is very similar, of getting to the knees, closing the eyes, looking into the sky, and a small, very small, like sand devil probably is whirling very slightly around me, like no higher than, if I'm kneeling down, going no higher than the waist.
Okay. Okay. And all the while, the sun is setting, and the rest of you can kind of, it's hot, it's unpleasant. You're doing what you normally do through the afternoon, just kind of waiting it out. At one
I'm
point,
watching this intently.
E3, you notice that there's some desert jackasses far to the southeast. Probably too far to risk going hunting, but you can see them and you know that they're out there. The sky turns red and then lavender. And soon you can see the full, glittering golden moon, the Guardian, and the smaller, celestial silver moon, the Sleeper. And the light that they give this night is so intense that you basically, it's still considered bright light. You can see fully in the night. And there's a security, a feeling of safety this night. And all the while, Kyrak continues the ritual, and you can see as he's doing this, there's little motes of gold and silver light that are beginning to appear in the air, almost like little fairy fires, just sort of flickering about the campsite. More and more of them begin to gather until there is a point where the wind itself dies down. The sands are still. Stars glitter in the night. More stars than the more city slicker among you have ever seen in your lifetime. Gold and silver mixes, creating a surreal, multi-hued landscape as if out of a dream. And among the moats, if you relax your eyes and look, you can almost make out lines connecting some of the moats together into the shape of two resplendent robed women. One wrought of gold motes and bearing a mature, unearthly grace. The other, younger, youthful, kind. Only Kyrak, though, can hear them. The gold one speaks. Or rather, approaches and gently sets a hand on your left shoulder. The silver hangs back, almost shyly, but watches. You seek the guidance of the moon. It is good that you call on this holy day. For I have come. And though I cannot yet work my miracles, I can guide you. I sense your question, but you should ask anyway.
Where are we going?
The paths of prophecy are winding and often confusing. They can be painful, torturous, but you do walk them still. You walk in the footsteps of those who came before, and those footsteps lead you to a site that is both holy and unholy. A site where great evil sleeps, and where the only safety against that darkness lies. You walk in the footsteps of those who will lead you there. But know that in so doing, you walk away from he who calls to you, he who needs you, he who cannot rest without you. I would tell you more, but even the moons are bound by the laws of the divine. But I am not, the Silver Maiden speaks. I am not divine. I'd like to help. There's a ghost that walks this cursed land. He's in pain. He suffers every night. He waits. He cannot see. He cannot hear. He can only cry for help. And she looks to the golden figure who nods. And he has what you're looking for. Part of it. The golden guardian speaks. Both paths hold a piece of what you seek. You've already chosen one, and your feet must carry you the rest of the way. You have not chosen wrong, nor have you chosen right. To be honest, you never really had a choice. But I hope you can find comfort knowing that we will guard your journey. You will find that which you are looking for. And, the Silver Maiden speaks, and also what you, Kyrak, are looking for. She kind of moves closer. I know him. What he's done to you. And what he will do to you. Our time is too short. But tomorrow, the Golden Guardian speaks again. Tomorrow you will have power, the likes of which will not be seen again for centuries. Your magic will be bolstered in ways you cannot. You must be careful. For with great power comes temptation. He knows this. You will face a choice. And what you do with your power tomorrow will alter the choice you can make. If you are not careful, you will join the flames. I cannot say more. We will not be able to speak tomorrow, for tomorrow a third joins us. One who is lost. But may the additions they give your power change the future. Though you may not know it. And the Golden Maiden reaches out, kind of touching your, I guess it's not really a chin, that lizard folk, what would you call that? Your lower jaw?
Yeah.
It's a chin. It's just a really long chin.
That bit, like that.
Yeah. You are my champion. You have been touched by the celestial divine. You can always count on us. As I know we can always count on you. Tread carefully, my champion. Goodbye, follower of the moons. And all at once, the maidens, like butterflies, just sort of explode as the motes of light blast off in every direction, leaving trails of gold and silver glitter and a general feeling of comfort on all of you. And all of you, all 5 of you, and technically your camels, are under the effects of Bless for 24 hours.
Nice.
How do I bless myself?
Bless me.
Bless you.
If anyone has the bless, there it is. Yeah, just drag that onto you. Drag spell effect bless onto you.
Could we all see them?
You could, though you couldn't hear their voices.
That makes
Or
sense.
if you could, what you heard was almost like a music more than words. Like the soft, delicate flute playing in the night. And the more attuned to the divine you are, the clearer you'd have heard it.
Oh, I didn't hear shit.
I probably heard some stuff, maybe.
I think at this point, Kyrak would probably drop down to the floor and be quite exasperated from, I'd imagine, the mental fortitude that took. But he still takes one look up to the stars and whispers to himself, "Thank you."
Are you alright, Kyrak?
Nothing a good rest won't solve. We're going the right way. Either way is the right way. We need to go to both these places. They... Apologies. Both of them are where we need to be.
Understood.
Do you need anything?
Some water and a good night's rest will do me fine.
Hand over a waterskin.
Oh, thanks. I think I had my own, but still.
It's not like you fill our water every day, so.
You know what?
so-
It's all my
He's-
water. I'm taking all
He's
your
giving it to
waterskins.
you to fill. Like, can you fill
Yeah,
this?
yeah, mine's empty.
Before you go to bed, can you
If
fill
you're going to
this?
get yourself some water, can you top me up?
Yeah, if you're going to pass out for the next 8 hours, we need some.
Okay. Well, with that, it's actually about time to hit the road again if you guys are ready.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are the like going back on the dune? Like now that it's more evening, like what do the
Mhm.
rocks look like?
They're sort of shadows in the night. You mean the mountains ahead to the north?
Yeah. The black rocks glittering.
They're out there, and you can see them, but there's just no detail on them. And it looks even more like some kind of sea dragon bursting from the sand that's just been frozen in place.
That's so cool. I'm not gonna lie, I was mainly confused because I had to look up a word. But
Which, now I'm curious. Which
Nope.
hang on.
I just didn't
Was
know
Was
which
it
one it
placid?
was.
I bet it was placid.
yes, yeah, it was placid.
To be fair, that's valid. Okay, so you guys proceed onward if you are up for it. On foot, not on camel. So it's only 5 hours to a hex.
Does a blessed camel not fare better?
No, it just bites and
oh,
spits
wait.
better.
Okay.
No.
Mm,
Yeah,
good
I was
to know.
gonna say
Better
it
aim.
bites and spits better.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on.
Oh, you know it's gonna be good when
Hang
he
on,
pull
let
out
me
his
Google
phone for
something.
something.
Yeah.
He's taking a photo.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So what I was rolling on was the potency of the blessing that the maidens gave the camels.
These camels are fucking jacked.
I mean, we've got, what, 6 camels, so it was 5 nat 20s and a nat 1.
Alice the camel now has 7 humps.
Dude, all these camels just like bulk up and be like,
The way your camels seem to glide over the sand is as if they walk on moonlight itself.
Yay!
I get back
may
on my
remain-
camel.
Mounted, and you may continue
I put Alice down.
at 2 hexes per 5 hours as these camels, and that is only for the next 2 nights. Not even next 2 days, the next 2 nights, while the moons are
Okay, we're traveling at night for the next 2 days.
If you
Sounds
guys
good.
look at our group chat, that's what our camels look right now.
For those of you who don't have access to our private group chat, I rolled a natural 20 to check the potency of the.
I'll post a beefy camel in the
Moon's
And-
coming
actual
in.
chat.
Over the next 5 hours, as it gets hella cold, as Ithri predicted, the road does indeed turn northeast. And at this point, are you going to follow it or are you going to continue east?
Hey, we're following the road, right, guys? Key.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
The road might be the safer way to go. We would have to go northeast to then maybe turn back on ourselves, but it could be the safer path.
Okay.
Okay.
You stay on the road. And while there may be some confusion about this, before too long, you get an answer as to why you're going northeast. For you find that the road skirts craggy, low hills of broken, baked stone which jut upwards at weird angles, casting tortured shadows across themselves in the golden silver moonlight. Even more oppressive than the sand dunes, if that can be possible, these blasted rocks show centuries of scouring by countless sandstorms. Higher than even the desert dunes, whatever water they may have once concealed is clearly evaporated. Only the shadows offer any respite from the desert. The track skirts these blasted hills. You have a feeling that on foot, it would have been dangerous and difficult to cross these, and on camel, impossible. But you continue. Let me move forward 5 hours.
We're just gonna
1,
glide right
2,
through this.
And 5. So here's a fun little question. It's 11 p.m. It's gotten hella cold. Do you wish to press onward?
Are the
I think-
camels looking okay?
Yeah, they can keep going. They're going to start getting tired, and you might have to start making checks and risking the cold,
Is that even with the bless?
even with the bless. So it's a question of how much bang for your buck do you want from the bless?
I mean, we get a +1. Oh wait, that's just 2 attack rolls, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm good to keep going for a bit, unless you think it's a bad idea.
We can keep going.
I mean, we can rest during the day.
I can't tell you why, but we can keep going.
We keep going.
Okay, let's keep going.
That's real
Okay.
ominous.
Love that for you guys. I hope this doesn't bite you in the butt, but you're going to make some hella good progress moving forward, so that's always fun.
If it does, I know who I'm blaming.
As you travel forward, the night sky suddenly comes alive with streaming lights. Like giant fireflies, they streak from a position directly overhead toward the southwest. They act almost as an arrow, maybe pointing where you should go, or perhaps marking where you should not go.
Which is it?
Which indeed.
To be or not to be.
At
To go or not to
this
go, I should
point-
say.
I would
The meteor
recommend-
shower lasts only for a few minutes before it ceases. At this point, yes?
At this point, I'd recommend if everyone's following the expert,
Yes.
aka
Yeah.
I'm assuming every time we travel at the moment, I'm following you.
Cool,
Yeah.
just making
Right.
sure.
Continuing on the track then?
Yep.
Okay. Well, it goes north around the blasted hills. And as you continue for another 5 freaking out, just kidding, because after only 1 hour, midnight hits. And something in the air
Party
is
time.
different.
Is this what you meant? It doesn't feel good.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
What is it?
Your skin blistered from a day in the hot desert sun. You trudge onward. The deep blue mists of the night swirl over the sands of Elemen, the incomparable desert of dust. As the cool night air drains the heat from the sand, an aura of eerie menace surrounds you. And this place. Gradually, the winds change direction, bearing a thin streak of white mist toward you from the west. It swirls and disappears behind a dune 300 feet away from you to the northwest. Only moments later, a solitary figure appears from behind that same dune, plodding through the cooling desert sand. He appears to be dressed in a leopard skin robe and an ornate headpiece. He does not seem to be aware of your presence, though he is trudging directly toward you. What do you do?
Guys, what do we do?
I stealth.
Do you know that guy?
News to me.
Everyone that lives in the desert knows each other, Cora.
They do?
That's racist.
Does he have any weapons on him?
No.
I mean, it's not like we can hide 5 camels
His
and
hands
a
are
bunch of
empty.
people. It's just,
Maybe he's nice.
yeah.
Could I cast Detect Magic on it?
So that only works within 30 feet of you. At present, he's
Oh,
about
he's above.
290 feet away,
That's oddly specific.
280 feet away,
I run 270. No.
270 feet away.
Has he got any light source on him? Or any, like...
No, but the
oh,
way
no, the moon's a...
everything's illuminating things, but that you are still surrounded by that kind of creepy whitish blue mist. It's not thick enough to cover the sand, but it does conceal it a little bit.
Should I try sending him a message and just seeing if he's okay?
don't know. If you want to... That's not... I don't know if I was just walking through a desert and got a message from a stranger in my head.
I mean, what's the other alternative? What are we gonna do? Run away?
Just...
We could just convince him he's like hallucinating.
Or we can just say hi when we get...
I can just say hi. Well, if I say hi now, then we'll know when we can leave if he's mean.
He's 200 feet away,
Okay, I'm gonna do it.
slowly walking.
I'm gonna
By the way, the
stealth.
headpiece like comes down from his head, resting on his shoulders.
Does he
it's
look
got
like
like
one
a-
of the Egyptian gods that I did a really good occult check on last time?
He has a human head, but you have seen that headpiece on other iconography of the desert gods.
I cast message.
Okay.
Probably a deity, Cora.
I have a lot of
190 feet away.
experience talking to deities. It's cool. Cora's gonna say, hello, you okay?
Whoever are you talking to? Dear Solaris.
Did you see him right there? Wait,
See what?
the
If
guy
you
with
wanted
the
to
head...
talk to Mother Dearest, all you had to do was ask.
I wasn't trying to talk to you. I was trying to talk to them.
Don't worry about the
Point.
kayak. This is normal.
Don't you see him right there with the leopard and the headdress?
Are you playing a little prank? Oh, I like this.
No, no.
I will note, by the way, that you guys only hear Cora's half of the conversation here.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why I said this is normal.
hold on. Let me try that again. I cast the message again. Hello. Are you okay?
Could I?
Guys, he's
Fun
not
little game you're playing.
Guys, be quiet. He's not responding.
Can I
Why
make?
don't you attack him?
Can I make
No.
a dispel magic?
Yes.
How would I attack him? I don't know him. What if he's nice?
Do it.
I want to
No,
cast
I'm
Make
not
your will
gonna-
Medora, yes, you can try to cast that if you wish.
I would like to
What does the spell require?
It targets a spell effect, but can I make that against like the mist? See if the mist is.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to do
It's
some kind do you want to try to identify it first to see if it is a magical effect? Because that's only one action to do so. To like try to identify something,
Yeah, that's probably
and you
better.
could use
Sorry,
occultism, arcana.
occultism pullers, and thank you. Let's
Mhm.
roll a blind. Blind? Not blind. Blind.
Yes.
Blind.
Because recall knowledge is always blind. Ooh. This is not magic. In fact, this is a lesser known supernatural effect, which you know to be considered a haunt. They are occult figments, not innately undead per se, but a manifestation of negative energy itself, typically from death, but lacking sentience. It's usually like it can be dangerous, though not always. It could be things like a room suddenly getting really cold, or a fireplace coming alive with undead hands, or this one, as far as you can tell, seems to be a pretty mundane haunt. It's almost just a visual figment. Probably not dangerous. That's just the mist, mind you. He's about 100 feet away now. And
Could I
still
do
slowly
this-
approaching without really looking at you
A
guys.
second check on the figure. Is that
what
a
do you-
second
Yeah, you can do that. What are you trying to determine?
to see if? So it's an occultism check to see if that extends to the figure, or if the figure is a separate magic or person.
I would say with how you are figuring things based on your occultism roll, you think it's probably connected to this figure.
Can I then do an occultism to see if I recognize how they're doing it?
You
And
don't need to roll
whether-
on that. You can just ask questions. At this point, like, you can ask questions, and I'm either lying to you or telling you the truth, but the roll is
Okay.
already made.
So do I recognize what they're wearing as like to the other gods I identified last time, so Anubis Ra
Some of them.
or blah blah blah. Do I have knowledge of a god that would be wearing the leopard skin? Like,
Now, that would be a different roll. That would be religion or society. And is anybody else doing anything as he approaches?
sorry, that should be a blind one, right?
Yep, you can reroll that.
Apologies.
Is there like a rock I can hide behind?
Unfortunately, no.
Might be some sand you could like dig into.
Yeah, there's
Is
sand
E3
dunes.
waving?
That's how you get a scorpion on in your boot.
Or in your booty.
To be fair,
Did I-
since the obelisk, you guys have not really encountered a single scorpion or snake or
Oh.
anything really, except those desert jackasses that were
Anything.
far to the south.
Anything available to snack on. Ithri's waiting,
Did I-
by the way.
Did I make my save, by the way?
Yes, you did. Sorry, you did
Okay.
make your save. You don't have to attack.
I'm not gonna. Fuck.
Though Loki, in a huff, disappears from your sight when
Good.
you disobey.
He did take away your camera for a second.
I disappeared. Guys, he's not answering, so.
Medora,
Mm-hmm.
now that he draws closer, this does match. Partially. One of the gods was Ra.
Mhm.
This partially looks like Ra, but in a more human form. But that's the closest you can get to them. However, you're pretty sure that you recall reading about some of the pharaohs adopted the gods into their mortal form back in the ancient times, and you suspect that this may be a mortal bearing the soul of Ra, and that does fit one particular pharaoh you know of from that time period. This being Amun-Ra.
Ambo. I cast message to them with Pharaoh. What do you need? And see if I get a response.
You do not get a response. He continues to trudge forward, now only about 50 feet from you guys.
Should we just get out of his way? I think we should just get out of his way.
He doesn't even seem to see you. He's just sort of walking, unblinking.
Dismount and make a channel. I don't know. It looks like a pharaoh.
He stops moving at 45 feet.
Wait, he's a pharaoh? What?
Okay,
Oh,
so
right before you could.
pharaohs used to occasionally, well, they worshipped the gods and then kind of aided them to communicate with them, I suppose, by mortal merging with immortal. And I wouldn't attack them because probably that's a bad thing to do.
He turns suddenly, looking straight at you. And you can see that there is no iris, no pupil, just white eyes, and a faint skeletal visage to the face. And you become aware that there are no tracks that he's left behind. And indeed, you can even partially see through him. Before any of you can act, he opens his mouth and begins to speak. Though he's 45 feet away, his words reach you on some invisible desert wind.
Yes. Hello?
I love the fact that
Hi.
seemed like he just went, hello?
I am Amun-Ra, son of Takash-Ra of the House of Mopelar. That which you see is but my shadow, which has walked these lands for time uncounted, in search of folk of valor, to plead, to beg your aid. In my time was I pharaoh of this land now before me. Then Bakar was a green and beautiful land, blessed by the gods of heaven westward with the wondrous spring of Athos, which gave life to our land and nurtured our crops. Yet did robbers raid the tombs of my forefathers and take from them tokens of their passage into the lands of the dead, thus keeping them from their reward after life. I swore at all costs I would not fall prey to their evil deeds. And so it was that I made mighty and terrible war upon my neighbors, plundering their lands of wealth for my own passage. I did enter a contract with a mighty mage to work a great wonder, and upon the sweat and blood of my people did I build a theft-proof tomb. But my people turned against me with bitter hatred. I not only robbed our borderlands, but grievously taxed my own people, and so took from them their wealth. They rose up in anger, demanding their gold and precious gems, their lives, their freedom. I cursed them, saying, by the ruling staff and the star gem of Mopelar, I curse thee, threaten not my life, or by them and by the holy name of Osiris will the stopping of my heart Also stop forevermore the spring of Athos from her life-giving flow. As the river slows and dies, so shall your land wither in the wilderness. This did I swear by Osiris' holy name, and these implements of my power. But from a sea of upraised fists before me, rose one with a spear. The shaft sped from the darkness, and so too that night did the spring of Athos stop its flow. In death, my spirit gleefully approached my pyramid. But Osiris stopped my spirit from entering that tomb. For said he, your monument to life was to be the benefit you brought to the people under your stewardship, not this edifice of stone. As you looked only to your death in life, so shall you look only to your life in death. I am bound to fulfill your curse, for you have called it down with sacred power in my name. But I do curse you as well, Amun-Ra. You shall not enter this tomb where the implements of your voyage to heaven lie, until some mortal soul despoils this place, taking your staff of ruling and your star gem from your theft-proof tomb. Even have I talked with the wind in hope of help. Uncounted seasons have passed, and my kingdom is not now to be seen in these desert lands. Of it, nothing remains, save for my tomb, which stands now, as then, untouched by time, sand, wind, men. Though many have tried to plunder my wealth, none has succeeded, and I am forbidden passage to heaven until one succeeds. My wealth
Did you?
is thine, if thou can but best that which I have built. Remove my staff of ruling and the star gem from my tomb. So then will you gain great wealth, and so then would you release me. Follow my path, to wealth or woe, to thy destiny or thy doom.
And the figure, without hesitation, turns on his heel and begins to walk west, slightly north, straight in the direction of that glittering surface that you've seen a few times now in the sunlight.
The start. We need that stuff he was talking about, right?
Yes. We make a
As he
theft-proof
leaves,
tomb. How are we supposed to get in?
the mist begins to fade as
Do we just break it?
I'm gonna start following him.
Cora,
Huh?
you said we need to go in both directions. If the pyramid is untouched by time and weather, it will wait.
Oh.
We will get there.
We can do it next. Or
We should
after
keep
this
him.
place.
Hey, can you wait? Okay.
well. Cora, as you turn to look, there's no sign of him or the mist.
Okay. Well, I guess he can wait.
I mean,
gone.
we've come all this way. Can we at least not investigate?
I mean, he's gone.
The tomb is not.
No, he's gone. So I don't think we have it. Yeah. I mean, let's.
If the tomb is unrobbable,
We're not
Maybe-
robbers.
We're not
Well,
stealing.
maybe you are, Medora, but I'm not.
Oh, we're not stealing.
We're just borrowing.
Right.
Taking without intent to keep.
I will say this,
Or intent to return.
Kyrak, this is a very awkward position. I assume you recall the views your people have on plundering in general.
Very much so, yes.
Okay, I'll say no more.
Okay, so when we're done, we'll just put it all back, and it'll be okay.
I mean, he said we could have. Not that that's what I'm here for, but he said.
There are
said
the
we could
two
have
things
his
that
wealth.
we can take.
I
I
don't. He, you
care
know,
about
he
wealth.
didn't. He didn't sound like a great guy. So
Maybe it's more of a payment rather than a.
I
I
mean,
will say this,
sometimes
Medora, that does line up with what you know of the Pharaoh Amun-Ra's history. He ruled a kingdom called Turbakar.
Cool. So I've translated a word on the map
same.
called Tevaka.
Okay, wait, what?
Oh my god.
Yep. I just
Which is-
made a note of that.
Which is what I have written down here, to be fair. Here is Tebaka, and I was like, nah, I'm
God,
still
your
calling it
handwriting's
Fire
so
Bazaar.
fine.
Still 5 bizarre.
It's still Fire Bazaar in my head, but it's Tebaka. Yeah. Cool. That is correct. And it is the River Athis. And it is the Fountain of Osiris, I'm assuming. Or Temple or something Osiris. I wrote it down somewhere. The Tomb of Amun-Ra. The fates of soul curse they who enter unbidden. But now we're technically bidden, so maybe we won't get cursed.
I like that logic.
Sounds great.
Before we press on, can I tell you guys something?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's about Loki. So
Sits down.
Looks
Every ti-
confused.
It always
Since-
is, Keith. Sit.
since we got back, I told you that I can hear Loki sometimes.
Mhm.
I kind of figured that was who you
Yeah.
were talking to when you
Cora, you
talked
talk
to yourself.
out loud.
What?
In your
That's not
sleep.
Wait, what?
I mean,
Talk in my sleep?
No, when you're talking to him, I think.
Anyway, sometimes he tells me to do something, and I do it, but I don't want to, but I do. It's kind of complicated. I just wanted you to know, like, don't let me do something that's bad, please.
How will we know?
If I like just attack somebody who shouldn't be attacked, or I don't know, I just don't want to hurt anybody.
I mean, generally, if you attack someone, my trail of thought has been they probably deserve it. And
Okay,
I don't
Cora?
know why yet.
Can you like give us a sign if you start attacking somebody that you don't want to attack, like yell it or something?
What should I yell?
Loki, no.
how about
Loki,
chocolate
no.
cheesecake?
Chocolate cheesecake.
I don't think code word's gonna work because. Well,
How about when you want to attack someone, you shout, "I want to attack this person."
That's actually not.
I am doing this of my own free will.
I do this in my own name.
I mean, just as a tactic thing, even outside of the whether you can control it or not, it's not a bad idea. Apart from the element of surprise, I suppose. But if it's like gonna
Well, that
be-
was just an example. He's tried to make me do other things besides attack.
Wait, like what?
Do
Did he
you
make
remember?
you haggle?
No. That was me.
And you're okay with that?
Haggling? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
In Eminence, when I was Archael, he told me to do those things to the guards.
Ah.
What? Beat him up?
What did you
No.
do to the guards, Cora?
She took their ranks away.
Oh, that's fine. That's just teaching people
I-
humility and.
I humiliated them.
You know, Cora, this makes sense now.
What?
That was uncharacteristic of you.
Yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah. So just if I do anything weird, just, I guess, just look out for me, please.
Understood.
On it.
Iraq has so many questions.
Karak, for your reference, we have a lot of issues with gods here.
All different gods, just to make it easier.
Yeah, like Saragarda, we have issues with them. Dwarven gods, one of them lives in Cora's head now, I guess.
Well,
Right,
no,
Cora?
he's not actually there. He's actually somewhere else. He can
Yeah.
just visit me.
He's tied to a tree.
I assume you guys are talking as you're traveling, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I understand. We all have issues with gods. I'll press no further.
Do you have
Thank
any
you for
issues with
sharing.
gods that you want to add to the table?
Yeah.
Because we're
We seem to be
seem
collecting them.
doomed.
I mean, what's great at the moment is we seem to be doing it so that one person's in favor and one person's out.
Wait, who's in favour?
I mean, like, Loki doesn't particularly see eye to eye with you, but it's kind of getting on with Cora. No offense, Cora. And then Cora's kind of like getting on with, well, not getting on with, but has ties to Vitriol, so Vitriol probably doesn't want to murder us all. And then, well, and then there's the issue with Vitriol and Junko, but then Junko's kind of got ties to Archael, who I'm like, well.
Well, to make it simple, I am a daughter of a god king, which makes me the next in line to a throne to be a queen god, or god queen, but Cora has the real bloodline to be that position. It's really, really awkward and bad.
Quite confusing.
Cora, do you just want to rule it together when we get older?
That's what Vitriol wanted us to do.
I told your dad I'd give me 2 years, by the way.
I didn't
That's
agree
not
to
very
that.
long.
It's for myself, not for you.
So yeah, Key.
You
Any,
want to keep ruling in the way that they're ruling now? You want to keep doing that?
No?
So what are you going to do to change that?
I was gonna try and free Vitriol from the contract.
How are you going to do that when your dad said over my dead body?
I mean, I think you've just provided.
Bodies are
never mind.
easy to collect from me,
Are you going to kill your dad?
if I must.
Medora rides a little bit further up the train of the camels. It's like.
Cora, keep
Not
in
getting
mind
into
that
this.
I spent. He's just father by blood at this point.
As I go past Key, I grab the reins and pull you out of it as well.
Thank you. Gods I can deal with. Family drama.
A family drama involving gods. How about that?
Hey, but I mean, it's
too much
it's
for
all,
me for on a Sunday evening.
It's all lies. It's lies. You have to make it right.
Making it right would be putting you in charge.
I don't need to be put in charge for that. You have
we can't-
divinity too, Junko.
Just saying. That's one way to make it right, but obviously we can't have those idiots run a throne.
That's not right either. I was born as a ploy for Loki, so I shouldn't have the throne either. It should be you. And you should make it right.
We could just rock, paper, scissors it in the future.
I don't think something this
Oh wait, if
important
that's
should
how
be
we're
rock,
deciding.
paper, scissors.
I was going to say, are we all getting on this?
I don't think. In fact, I know the rock paper scissors doesn't work more than between 2 people.
Well, it's 5 of us. I cast
Bless you.
fireball.
Bless you. I think Junko's allergic to rock paper scissors, so that's not.
Okay, a thumb war.
That's
Okay,
cheating.
hold
Sure,
on,
I'm pretty
Junko.
strong.
Hashtag blessed. There you go.
Thank you. Except double blessed.
So, as you guys' journey carries you onward into the night, before you know it, the sun is already starting to come up. I need all of you to make a fortitude save.
Oh, it's because we
Fortitude.
pressed on.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Hidden or not hidden?
Not hidden. No, I want you to know how badly you guys fail if you fail.
Oh, cool.
I rolled a I rolled a 5.
I should look up what the
I'm
DC
gonna. It might not come through. Oh, I've got to click a button here.
It is a DC of 24.
Ooh, 28. Oi.
Ooh,
So-
I'm gonna.
I'm just gonna use a hero point for that
Is-
then.
Yep.
Is this by any chance based on how cold it is?
That affects it.
With my acclimatization feat, with everyone following the expert, the temperature is treated as 1 step less severe.
Oh shit! Okay, the DC just became. Hang on, I gotta look now.
This might save me a
Again.
hero point.
It just might.
Don't worry, you
It
get
just
your hero point back.
became
22 and a half.
19.
Oh, cool.
Can I
Oh!
have my hero point
I
back?
got bang on.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice.
This is
Saved
also
once
guided.
again by the desert dwelling Alexi.
I see the point in you being here.
Thank you. I have purpose.
Okay.
Be less cold.
So none of you are fatigued or frozen during the night. You
Nice.
you find that this is not Kyrek's first time roughing it through the night. It's not pleasant, but you're well taken care of. You stay warm, you stay energized. And as the sun rises, it illuminates something to the southeast. Waist deep in the desert sands, a stone giant stands guard over some aged ruins around it. Featureless from this distance, the statue appears to be clasping a tablet. And that's where we're going to pause and take a brief break.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Chad, I would encourage you to hydrate and snack on up, and we'll see you in a few after we can stretch our legs and, take care of ourselves. See you soon.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
We're live. Hi.
Oh my god, we're live.
We're back.
We're
We
live.
totally
Already live,
didn't
but I
go
mean, we're
into
back.
the,
We're back. Not
the
live.
vortex,
Back.
the
That's what I
void,
meant.
Wait, we go live?
the tentacles.
I don't feel very live.
Sometimes. Occasionally.
Darkness.
Occasionally.
The stars.
So
So,
the sun has risen. And you can see this massive statue rising from the sand to the southeast, amid ruins. What do you do?
is that where we're going?
I think
I
so.
think so.
Sure.
Does the statue look like a human?
Yes.
Okay.
Though, as I mentioned earlier, the
said it was
face is largely like worn away by time.
But it's like a generic humanoid shape at least.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Clasping a tablet.
Okay, let's go.
What's
I suppose we should
Well-
walk up first.
You have
Yeah.
marched through the night. It is about
Oh.
4
Oh
a.m.
yeah. Okay, this is right. Okay.
maybe we should rest.
Probably time to
Let's-
rest.
Well,
Didn't
hang
we
on. Is
rest
there
during the
shelter
day?
over there?
I mean, how long would it take us to get to the statue? Because we could shelter.
Would you
under
like to
it.
try to figure out how far away it is?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
This
okay,
is
have
never gonna
fun.
be good.
I'm
Nothing
gonna
ever
have you.
Follow the expert. Okay, it's on you.
I'm gonna have you make a blind survival check.
Who's making it?
Not it.
Not me.
Go on, I'll do it.
Actually, before I do that, is anyone expert or above in survival?
Damn it, no.
Maybe actually.
I'm trained, but not expert.
Yeah, I'm trained. I'm expert in crafting.
Me too.
Are you gonna craft a solution to this problem?
I'm gonna craft a compass.
I can craft us something to help us knock out for the evening.
So,
Nice.
seeing as we don't have expert survival, an attempt to determine the distance would be a blind survival check.
I'm
Sure,
not trained.
okay. I'm happy to do it.
I'm happy to try.
Can I also do an independent try?
think if
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
blind,
You can.
it's
You don't even have
independent.
to be. You don't even have to be trained to attempt it.
I thought you said you did.
No, no. I said you don't have to. That was for an earlier thing.
Oh.
No, for this one. Kyrak, Ithri, you both think it looks to be.
Oh, oops.
Cora has to be blind.
Well, that's right.
You want to try again?
I don't see
Forcing
much of a point, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Cora, Ithri, and Kyrak, you all kind of concur that it looks to be about a half mile. However, Junko, you think it looks to be about 8 miles.
I think it's about 8 miles away.
I think
don't-
you're wrong.
I also
mean,
think you're
if
wrong.
it was 8 miles away, that thing would be. Hang on, let me do
Well,
some
keep
maths.
in mind
I have
if you
no idea,
measure
massive.
like how close things were in the during the beaming heat, it was very. Things could have been closer or farther, so I'm just going to assume it's further away than it appears.
Well,
Because that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
what we could do is travel half a mile, and if it doesn't turn up, stop and camp.
Okay.
I like that idea. Who's measuring the mile?
We could
Or
do
half mile?
we could do one long rest all day. We could sleep all day through all the heat
We could.
because we're on the gliding camels.
Have
We
you
could.
Not
slept in
anymore,
the
actually.
heat?
Since the sun came up, they are.
That's only at night.
Yeah,
The camels have lost their roller skates.
we
I
camp
think that's
now.
a good idea, but maybe we like half an hour. So if we just count like 15 minutes, and then if we're nowhere near it, we'll stop and.
Okay, are we
rest.
all counting? Because I don't think I can count that long. And
I'll
be
count
accurate.
how many
One
feet we stepped.
Mississippi. Two Mississippi.
Where's the Mississippi?
What's the Mississippi?
I will say,
Is it a
if you
pudding?
intend to skip your daily preparations, you can do that. You just will get fatigued and be unable
We're
to
not doing
recharge
that.
spells
No,
and
no.
the like.
We're-
this
I
we're
just
not
want you to be
skipping.
aware,
Yeah.
We're belaying.
because from now until
Delaying.
midnight, all 3 moons are full.
Wait.
Cool.
I
said
want
what
to
I
sleep
said.
through this.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep until midnight.
Wait, no.
Um,
My
because-
deity doesn't get controlled by the moons. I'm going to zzz.
I mean, I think we give it 15. So, to clarify, the statue is off the path, right?
No, the path seems to be heading toward it.
Oh, I
even
reckon we
better.
do another 15, maybe
Can-
30 minutes.
Can
if
we
you go-
hustle? Can we
Right
hustle
now?
down
No,
the
at
path?
this point,
I'd rather
if you
not.
don't rest, no, you're kind of at the point where you're too tired to hustle. You've kind of been hustling through the entire
Yeah.
night.
Maybe the statue. Maybe we rest here, because if we get to the statue and there's any like sand things, if it's
Yeah.
15 minutes and then we get
Sure.
there and it's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
now we're dying.
Yeah, sure. I
Because
guess.
you
Alright.
have been awake now for about 18 hours.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Let's not go. Let's go
let's
and
let's
stay.
let's go put up a tent.
Yeah, that one.
All right, so you're going to rest through the dawn, morning, and afternoon.
Yeah, should we call it a long rest?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will wake up
Yes.
to appreciate the moons in full glory later on when the stars
That
are
gives us
out.
12
Oh,
hours.
absolutely.
Okay. You guys settle into rest. Let's see what fun comes of it. Ooh.
Swear to God, if it's the fucking rats again.
Rocks for you, die.
You mean the pack rats? I thought you all loved the pack rats. What do you mean?
Yeah, love the pack rats.
Astral, I'm gonna send you a not so care package with that statement.
Just a red onion gift wrapped.
Get wrapped in more onion.
I'm all onions gift.
I don't
wrapped.
like this.
Yeah, that's true.
What was our watch,
That is,
by the
that is
way?
many dice
So-
rolls.
I get back on my camel and start running away.
We haven't decided watches yet. We're just putting up a tent.
I'll go
The tent's
first
a
watch.
mimic.
I'll join Ava for first watch. Corey, even.
Oh,
Jimco, even. Christ.
why is there an ope? I don't like that ope.
Don't you worry a hair on your precious little head.
Which one?
Not me looking something up.
Yours are here.
I've got at least 3.
Just turn it upside down.
Okay.
That's not how heads work, unfortunately.
So
And
during the afternoon. Oh, you guys are
Yes.
hate me.
Is it pack rats?
It better be.
During the
Bring on the
afternoon,
chaos.
The tent sinks into the sand. We all die. Campaign over. Goodbye.
the wind begins to pick up,
No.
and looking to the north and west, you see that the sky and the mountains are no longer visible. Just a tan, sand-colored wall.
This again.
Oh, no, it's not the same.
It's worse.
Guys, I've read about this. Okay,
There's just sort of now a picking up gentle breeze, kind of
Nice.
a southeasterly breeze.
We
can't
get
outrun this. We need to get all the camels and like batten down the tent. It's a dust storm, a really bad one. We just gotta, I think,
Can we
hunker
get
down, right?
all of us in one tent. Like if we tie
Without
all
the camels, yes. Mind you, you've already got the tent set up. This is
Can
during
we
the
get
afternoon.
all the camels in the tent and then lie on the camels and just pack everybody in one?
Also, most of you were kind of sleeping at this point.
the
Oh, yeah.
beginning,
Oh.
like what
You
watch
said
did this
afternoon,
be?
so I assumed it was
That'd
a
be
later
like-
watch.
Yeah, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Which
That would have been
wait,
me or Medora.
That's right at the end of our. If we're doing 8 hours and we stopped at 4.
Are you wanting to travel through the hot, blazing afternoon sun?
Well, no, but we'd
Because
be
you guys said
awake,
you were going to
right?
rest through the afternoon, right?
No, but
Yeah.
we'd have at least rested for 8 hours now. Was my point.
Okay, so
Oh,
then
right,
you guys
okay.
are probably just true. Though after an 18-hour rough patch, I could see you guys being very groggy still.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
All right. I'll allow you guys to be awake and aroused, but just
We're
be aware
awake,
that
but
you'd
we
be
probably
very.
weren't
Aroused?
patching up.
No!
Hulu.
E3's going to be
Hold
neither
up.
of those. Thank you. He might be rested,
You
but
guys
he's
are
not
the
awake.
worst.
I am awake and ready.
So we're not packing up to leave. We're gonna keep because we did 18 hours travel. We're gonna do the 8 hours rest we've done, but we're gonna hang around for 4 more in the shade and then go. Is the plan? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
But now the shade is turned into a dust storm.
Can I
It's
do a
become
check
very
on
shady.
a dust storm, like a nature check or something?
Survival.
I don't have the training. Is that okay?
I
Well-
will. Blind?
Here's a blind roll for me.
Okay.
If not, I'm just gonna keep pulling it out of my ass and hope that it's right.
What are you trying to know about it, Cora?
What's the best way to deal with it?
Well,
Like start
Yeah.
blowing at it?
no. You've kind of you're on the right track. Like tuck everything in, nail things down, cover up. Don't even try to travel during that. You're right. You're not going to outrun it. Wait it out. Make sure that you are all covered. securely and don't run out of air.
Wait, what?
You're going to be buried.
We'll be under
Okay.
some sand. A little bit.
Cora, have you related this to the group?
Yes, I have.
Do we have any, like, firewood sticks?
I don't think starting a fire is a good idea if you want to
No,
keep air.
I'm thinking more how far under the tent's gonna get buried.
7.
I'll also say this. Among the Elemen, they have a word for these. They don't call them sandstorms because typically they're in the Elemen desert, they're far more violent. The Elemen call them shitens.
Shouting myself too.
Isa.
What? Yeah, what? Does that,
What does that
have a
mean?
translation?
That would actually be a nature check.
Oh,
It does, but it's obscure. You could do Arcana, Occultism, or Religion as well, but they'd be a higher DC.
oh, all of the things that Ithri's good at.
I will occultism check it if is it appropriate?
Can I aid that?
You
Yeah,
can...
yeah. You can even do the check yourself if you want. I mean, it's
I thought I'll do that then.
Blind, roll.
actually both of you are familiar with what a shaitan is. It's a type of genie, an earth genie, historically seen as treacherous, dangerous, demonic. In fact, a little bit of real world trivia, the word shaitan is literally the etymological origin of Satan.
Oh. We're gonna have a great time.
Lovely.
So the Elemen call these dust storms shaitans because they are tricky, treacherous, deadly, and not to be trifled with.
Okay, so I have a thought. Are there any dunes?
Mm-hmm.
So can we like set ourselves up in like the side of a dune, maybe? So that the wind blowing through won't necessarily completely cover us. You know what I mean?
As
Like,
in
you know
take
how
protection from the wind by
Yeah,
having
you
a
know how
wind
snow
barrier.
drifts? So
Wouldn't
we
that
set
be
her
where-
up so that
Wouldn't that be where
Well,
most
on
of the sand
whichever-
gets deposited?
whichever side the wind isn't blowing. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So it'd be like how snow drifts. So you'd be like either on the east or west side, or the right or left side of it. I don't know if that'll help or not.
Would it not make sense to be on the side that the wind is blowing, because all the sand would blow
Yeah, but
round to the other side, so
we'd
we'd
get-
want the wind but not the sand.
we'd get brunted by the. But if we're in the tent, we should be okay. So maybe we get on the side of the dune and hopefully not get buried.
You know how people in Minecraft say, can we put our beds together? Can we put our tents together?
I mean, at least if we put
It'll
the
take
tents.
time.
Well, I'm working now. I'm fucking
Each
working.
tent, assuming the whole party is involved, takes about 10 minutes to set up or to pack up.
Is it on us or is it coming to us?
It's hard to tell how far away it is, but it is northwest.
Well- We already have one tent set up.
You've got two tents set up.
I
One
was
for
gonna
the
say we have
camels.
two. One's the camels,
Well, you
and
said
they
the
would be
camels-
relatively close together.
You said the
But not
camels
touching.
won't fit, right?
Not within the same tent as you.
That's why
So
I'm trying
we
to
just-
have camels in one tent, us in the other, but it be connected as possible.
So yeah, I'm gonna secure the camels in that tent.
Good luck, camels. Good luck, us.
And if they allow me to, I'll put little masks on them. Just in case. Little camel masks. I put some N95s on the camels. I keep those with
Is
me.
that right?
Yep.
I need a quick D4. Where are my dice? Oh, the dice macro is the dice module is one of the ones.
Do we
not
need to make
working.
like rolls to secure these tents?
Yeah, it'd be a survival.
Okay.
Hello.
Survival
Blind?
people, that's you.
I assume we're all taking part in this.
Yeah. Blind or not blind?
Not blind.
My rolls today have been great. I mean, that's a
Wait,
24.
maybe I should stay with the camels to keep them calm.
Can we hobble them?
Hobble.
I don't think you mean hobble, Medora. That's like taking their knees out, isn't it?
I was gonna say like
Just
maim
ti-
them.
No, but Ty, if you hobbled them, they wouldn't be able to like panic and run off.
The camels actually are already lying down. They seem to sense this and
Nice.
have
Good,
some
good.
instinct with regards what to do.
I do the
Um,
exact same thing the camels are doing.
But as you're securing them, you notice it's getting closer and the wind is picking up.
I don't
A
think we
lot.
have time for this. Let's just.
Oh, oops. You know what? I'll stay with the camels.
Outside? Oh no, they're,
they're in the
another
other tent.
take them, yeah,
okay.
in the
Cool, cool,
tent.
cool, cool. I think.
You've probably got less than 10 minutes until it arrives at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just making sure camels are
I'm
good.
making sure that the tent we're going to be in is as secure as it possibly can be.
I think someone else
Okay.
should go with Cora as well.
I'll go with her.
Okay. At this point, I need all of you to make fortitude saves.
Can I check why?
Huh?
Why?
I demand answers.
Why though?
And might be
Because-
because of the sandstorm.
Yes,
Oh.
it would
Is
be
it-
because of the Shaitan.
Is it because of the air?
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it to do with not being able to breathe?
Yes. No. No, it's nothing to do with not being able to breathe.
Okay.
I'm 90% certain none of my Desert Walker stuff.
So I'm going to
Could help
re-roll
with
that with a
this.
hero point.
Okay. Okay, so I've good news and I've bad news. The good news is you guys are well prepared for a sandstorm. You've battened down the tents, you've nailed everything in, you've covered yourselves with blankets, you've covered the camels, secured the camels, everything you do for a sandstorm. The bad news is you were only prepared for a sandstorm, not for a shaitan.
I don't know what else to do, man.
As the sandstorm hits, the wind hammers on the tents, tugging at everything that's not secured. Some of the objects within the tents you can see are kind of blown about. You can hear the firewood from your campfire carried away. Then you hear something interesting. Thud,
Hello.
thud, 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 woof, 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 like something hitting the sand all around you. Something hits one of your tents and kind of bounces off the cloth. There's a sound sort of like rain hammering on a roof, except it's just massive amounts of sand whipping over the tent. And then you hear a tearing sound as a chunk of ice the size of Medora's head tears through the top of your tent, striking the sand near you, jagged
tent?
and razor sharp. And then another one. And then another.
Ithri would go to his gear and get out his 2 shields.
Okay, noted. However, fortunately, the fortitude saves are largely to determine your ability to withstand the 1 hour of this going on. For the
Yep.
most part. Well, the good news, no one dies.
If that's
Right,
how you're
that's-
starting the good news.
That's exciting. Where's my dice ball? Imagine having to actually roll dice instead of typing it in because I can't. Ugh.
I
You
would
don't have
like
dice,
to
Andy.
cast shield when this starts happening.
How long does
My
that last?
my die roller module is gone.
Oh, no.
Do you need dice?
Soon.
It's a
Um,
You
cantrip,
have
and
a
I
whole
can just
bowl of
keep
dice, bro.
casting it.
I don't know where it is. I lost it.
Check behind the monitor.
What do you need rolled?
I found it.
Go.
Yeah, I know.
Askell, I'm casting shield until it stops.
Oh, but that won't help you, silly.
I don't care.
That's okay. You guys are gonna be fine. It's not that bad.
Fuck you.
You don't know. You haven't
Pretty
rolled
all
bad.
yet.
at minimum succeeded on the fortitude save. Some of you critically succeeded. Kyrak, Ithri, and Medora.
Hello.
You each take 10 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
That's it.
Oh. Uh-oh. Is that to our
the
stamina
course of
or
an
our
hour.
HP?
That, in this case, I think it would be to your HP.
Cool. I like that.
I don't think that would be stamina.
The slashing damage, does it get interfered with by the shield?
Not really, because it's prolonged over the course of an hour. I don't think individual short actions would affect this. It's prolonged timing. Also, you can't see it coming because of the tent and the cloth and blankets. But that's all the bad news. Now we're done with the bad news. And before too long, you guys are buried in sand anyway, so the ice no longer cuts into you or, kills you. And for those of you who live in this desert, all the bunch of you who live in this desert, you know that shaitans tend to be very elemental. Sometimes they dump buckets of acid over the course of days. Sometimes a spark causes the entire dust storm to catch flame, and it becomes one giant traveling firestorm. Sometimes there's just dust devils scattered throughout, carrying everything away in different directions.
You guys need
And
tiny
so
hut.
this was pretty good. This was pretty good. They're rare. This was clearly an ice storm. Sure, the path is now completely eradicated, but you win some, you lose some. After an hour, and when you can no longer hear anything, it's just quiet, pitch dark. Probably Kyrak would be the first. Reaches a hand up, uncovering you guys, digging yourself out from the sand to bright sunshine. Scalding hot sunshine, of course, because it is the fucking desert. And it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but
Everybody okay?
Is everyone alive?
Can we
I
take the
think you
tents down
guys-
now?
Has anyone
think
got
you guys,
mending?
I think you picked the wrong tent. Me
oh
and
no,
Jinko
both tents were
are fine.
thoroughly
I know, but
ravaged.
we didn't take damage.
Oh, really? That's true. yeah. That is true.
That's because the
I
camels
will
took
say-
it for you.
Defended by the
No.
cat.
Effectively, neither tent will function until they have been repaired.
How long does repairing take?
It depends on the level of proficiency with crafting and whether or not they have quick repair as a skill feat.
Shotgun, not it.
All right,
I-
A3, we're gonna have to work together on this one.
I feel like
I
just
mean-
one after another, 4 heads slowly turn to look at Ithri.
Yeah. I mean, if you can hit it with a hammer to repair it, I'll give it a go.
I can help you stitch it up if you want.
Yeah, let's try. Should we move first? Can we still see the giant
Statue? Yeah. You can see that, but there is no tracks at all.
We can just head towards the statue, right?
Yeah,
Right?
so I mean,
Sure.
my thinking is if we just pack up the tents now, there might be shelter there and we can fix the tents whilst not in a rush.
While they
Good
pack
to
up the
know.
tents, I would like to use the Staff of Visions to cast Augury with the if we go directly towards the statue, is it wheel or woe?
Or is it wheel and woe?
It is
Yeah.
wheel and woe.
Oh,
Commodores never helping us with these tents. I reckon she's.
So
thinking-
as you're doing this, like,
Right?
it's sort of Indiana Jones style. You plant
Pull your
the
own
staff
weight.
in the desert, sand. The sun hits the jewel at the top. Making the little laser beam and all that, and spells out the words "wheel" and "woe" in the sand. But as you do this, you feel a warmth coming from one of your pouches.
I look down in confusion. and then realize that it's actually warmth from the pouch and not just because it's hot.
Yeah.
And put my hand in, and
You feel a warm piece of metal.
Mithri's good with those.
I keep doing the augury stuff, move slightly away from everyone else, and like have a look.
There's a simple gold ring in your pouch. And it's hot to the touch. Not scalding hot, but like hot enough that it takes you a second for your skin to be able to like. Actually, no, you've been in the desert. It's fine. You're calloused. But it's definitely hotter than it should be having been tucked into a pouch like this. But looking at the little gold ring, you can see that it's engraved with little eye motifs all about it, and inlaid with a single amber cat's eye.
I cast read aura on it.
It is magic.
Particular school of magic?
Oh, actually, you're heightened up to 6th. Oh, you can target any number of objects. That's fun. No, you don't have 6. You have 3rd. Sorry. If the object is illusory, nope. Oh, you do know the school of magic. Whoops. Divination.
Put it on.
Fucking chaos gremlins.
I mean, it's got eyes on it. It matches my stuff.
Exactly.
Like,
It fits.
you know, matching stuff. I'm wearing it.
It fits. And Miff, I believe you know the item. If you haven't already, you can drag that from the compendium into your inventory.
It
It is
is
identified. You understand how it works innately. Happy birthday!
Thank you very much.
We've had a lot of birthdays in the last 3 weeks.
I mean, I
long do they
delayed
have?
mine for a month.
Okay, in fairness, that was supposed to be a few weeks ago.
In fairness, I told you after. Like, literally told you about an
Also
hour
that.
after the session.
Also that.
How long does investing take in this?
1 action.
I do it.
Investing magic items does not take long at all in this game system.
Cool.
So, meanwhile, everyone else is kind of like uncovering your gear. There's probably a lot of like little items, like a fire poker, stuff like that you just had convenience that is just lost to the desert. But assume you've got everything important. all
We've
packed
got
up.
the rations and the fire. Okay, cool.
Askell, I focus on the ring.
Okay. It does not warm. It actually cools.
Okay. I don't say anything and I go and carry on helping. And or just get on my camel if everyone's done.
Yeah. They pretty much finished by this point. So you guys mount up. You can see big buried statue man ahead. You gonna move in that direction? Or are you gonna just move the camp? I mean, you've still got a couple hours of afternoon, but it's only a couple hours of afternoon. It's 3:00.
No, we're gonna start traveling, I'm
Let's
pretty
go.
sure.
I point my camel and I take a note out of E3's book, and just if the camel hesitates, then we just kind of like aim the camel for the statue, but let it guide so that hopefully if there's a ridiculous sinkhole.
Okay. Actually, this is one of those times where it's faster not to be mounted, following Kyrak.
Yeah,
You
but it might be
guys-
safer to be mounted if we ride the camels because they won't walk into quicksand.
That feels like Junko speaking based on her assumption that this quicksand can be literally anywhere out here.
Yep.
What are you guys doing? Are you mounting up, which will take 6
Yes.
hours for 1 hex, or are you following Kyrak, which is 5 hours?
I'll mount up.
We get them out.
Sure.
I trust Carmel.
Sure, mount up.
Okay. So, evening, what did we say, is 8 p.m., so that'd be 20. Okay, so effectively you get more or less 1 hex before the sun has fully set. And you continue as your camels begin to glide on hooves of moonlight, striding into the evening toward whatever this ruin might be. That sounds like I'm ending. I'm not. I'll tell you what the ruin and statue hold for you.
Cool.
After I change the tune.
Go ahead.
After I change the tune.
Go ahead.
We need to hear what the tune is so we can mentally prepare ourselves for the bad news.
Yeah. Exactly. You enter ruins of... It's hard to tell what, like stone squares. There's an odd, like, roundish stone shape rising from the sand. There's a few stone spires. It doesn't look like any buildings you've ever seen. But the upper half of the statue thrusts from the desert dunes. And now that you're closer, you can see the noble face is pockmarked and scarred by the ravages of time and sand. They hold a tablet against their chest, which is also half buried in the sand. So the sand comes right up to the tablet, to about the halfway point of the tablet. Unfortunately, if there's anything on it, that would be covered by sand, and you'd have to unearth it.
Okay, now what?
Pirate, can you do any like sand?
No.
You have any like?
Not outside of quite literally digging with my hands.
Fighting the urge to say well volunteered.
Should we do that?
Do you think it's important? Do you think it'll help
maybe
with your map decoding?
maybe we should check
How
for
big is the tablet?
magic first before I start touching stuff. But I'm happy to.
I can key blast some sand out of here.
Sad
I
to
mean-
disintegrate.
If there's writing, then there's just. Is that a full stop or a key blast?
The tablet, by the way, I heard you, Ashlow. The tablet is about 10 feet wide.
Wow.
This was a very large statue.
I mean, that's going to take a lot of time, but do you think it's useful or important?
Can we read anything on the tablet? Like, is there any visible writing?
You can just make out the tops of runes set into it.
I feel like we've been granted an advantage because the sand has brought us to the height of the tablet.
Yeah, but
maybe-
if this is 10 foot wide, that means it's probably like 18 foot tall, which means 18 foot of digging. That's not going to be done in an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just remembered. Did anybody deduct Junko's hero point when she used it earlier?
I'll do it.
I got a button for it. It's okay.
Oh yeah, me too. My
And
bad.
Medora.
Could you?
I got it.
Thank you.
Don't let me forget to do that.
Oh,
I
Well-
would like to magically check, do a detect aura on the statue and the tablet. Just.
Are you
before-
approaching it then? And also, are you staying mounted? Like,
Does the camel go to it?
not really. No, the camels don't really want to go into the ruins at all.
Understood.
Do you want me to go first? I get my rope out.
Yeah.
If it's quicksand, I can get out of it easy.
I mean, if the sand is now, it's probably needs to settle over time, so it's going to be soft even if it's not quicksand.
Well, either way, I can get to the tablet, and I can see what it says. I could make a rubbing of it.
I will note a lot of the sand that's covering the tablet is like piled up against it instead of just like level. So it would be probably quicker than just like trying to excavate. You don't have to full excavate it. You've just gotta.
Okay.
It's
it's like-
heaped against it. If that makes any difference to you.
I'm gonna keep a lookout, 'cause just in case.
Well, I'm gonna start walking towards it with my rope
Okay.
out.
Going into the
Um,
ruins. Nothing.
Off my camel.
Yes, I figured. Quicksand. Fuck you, camel. Ride the rope back. No, nothing happens.
I love
It's very
Jack.
quiet. It's very quiet and eerie here.
I'll walk right straight to the statue. Straight line.
Okay. No, nothing.
And
You're
I
fine.
put my hand on the statue.
It's baked from the sun all
Ow!
afternoon.
Seems okay. I'll start uncovering the stuff. The sand.
Okay.
We dig in.
I start like
Yeah, it's gonna take some time to do.
I don't
that.
have a shovel, so it's like doggy style. Not that kind of
Oh,
doggy
wait, you
style.
need
a
but
shovel?
Digging kind of doggy style.
Do you want a shovel?
No, this is more fun.
Yes.
E3, you want a shovel?
Yes.
Okay. I use Prescient Planner and I get a shovel.
You can do that. You can absolutely do that. That is your one for what is it per?
Until we go to a shop.
Okay, so you have used your one.
But I'm quite happy to have a shovel in the desert.
Medora planned for this, and suddenly there's a shovel.
How much does it
Yeah.
Are
cost?
you going over, or are you making Cora come back to you?
No, no.
Oh, I
Ithri's
gave it to
gonna-
E3. E3's
Ithri's
going.
gonna shovel.
Oh, you're gonna head over there. Okay.
Ithri's grumpy, so he just wants to get this over with.
Are you guys like securing your camels, or are you just leaving them to stand over there with the others?
I just
Um,
left mine.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Same.
I picked up the reins for Cora's.
Okay.
And
Okay.
will now pick up the reins for E3's as long as someone else has Venga Camel.
Camel spice.
Yeah, camel spice.
Venga
So-
Camel.
E3 and Cora just kind of working to clear the sand. The two of you working together. It'll take about 3 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. Not too bad.
It's not that big of an inscription for how big the tablet is. What it says
Just
is
big words. Big
well,
letters.
All caps. Why is it yelling?
Fuck
Players
you.
configure ownership.
It just says fuck
the-
you.
It literally says, sorry, caps lock on.
There we go. Did that work?
Yes.
I mean, that's
Yes.
that's fairly.
So I will take a rubbing of it.
A 10 by 18 foot rubbing.
Is that how big it
Yeah.
is?
It's very
I-
large. You're not going
I
to be able to
guessed
take a
the
rubbing of
18
this one.
foot
You
tall.
could sketch it if you want.
I do that. I've been doing that with
It's-
the others, so I'll do that.
All right, now I got to find if I actually uploaded that for
My
yes,
name is.
there. I added it
What?
to you guys'.
Something.
Slim Shady.
Yeah, that's definitely what it says. My name is Slim Shady.
So, does that mean Kyrak has approached as well?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. I would say you can only look if you approach for now.
Let's go with I've approached.
Well, if a sketching has been done, is being done, if
Is
we'll go
being done.
back, if
Yeah.
we'll go back to camels and just be like,
It's gonna-
yeah, word stuff.
I
Yep.
stay with the camels.
I noticed nothing on this, cause. Yep.
So it's just Cora and Kyrak who are like, oh, interesting.
Words.
Yeah, Cora's like deep into this now.
As you're working on drawing the inscription, what are you other three doing?
Ithri is looking towards the ruins to see if it looks like some of it's buried in sand, to see if there's like an obvious if it was like a city, if there's an obvious, or like a fort,
Okay.
something like that, to see if there's a front gate, front entryway, or something.
You can. I'm going to give you your choice. You can do a perception check, blind, or a crafting check, blind. Because what you're looking for is kind of architecture related, right?
Ooh, yes. Hang on a second, then. Let's have a look. 'Cause I think crafting or no, I'm a fighter. Yeah, let's perceive. Public role,
Yeah.
blind. You said.
Blind. Yep. It hits you because these ruins are very strange. The way they're like, they don't look like buildings. None you've ever seen, anyway. Not even the remnants of buildings. And it finally hits you. That's because these are the rooftops. What you're seeing here is the top of a ruined city.
Nah, shit.
And right around that point, on cue, because I did roll this earlier, Cora and Kyrek, the ground beneath your feet is suddenly gone.
God fucking damn it.
And
Where'd
you
it
are just
go?
in free fall for about a second, not even a second, as you very safely. Actually, sorry. It is about 30 feet. But you land on very soft sand that gives way beneath you. You only take 7 points of damage from that fall. That's to your stamina.
I don't
not
take
your...
any points of damage.
There's nothing for you to slide on, though. I believe you need a surface.
That doesn't matter.
Don't you?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I'll trust you on that.
No, don't. I'm gonna put it in chat. It's the cat thing.
Wow.
Meow.
What's your proficiency in acrobatics?
Expert. I mean master.
Are you sure?
Yes.
If you're a master, treat them as 50 feet shorter. Yeah, so you land easily atop the sand pile, whereas Kyrek hits, kind of crumbles, taking the 7 damage, and then the sand is just it's like you're on a sled going down a snowy hill. You are just plummeting down this sand pile, sliding down another 100 feet
I'm like
until
skateboarding.
you hit the stone floor below.
What does this look
Give me a
like
moment.
to the people up top? Is there like
You
do they
guys just
vanish,
see
or-
Cora and Kyrek just suddenly, the ground they're standing on just suddenly collapses, and you can see sand pouring down after them, but you just see like a black pit in the ground.
Does the
Double
pit
fuck.
extend back to where we are?
No, it's literally just about a 10-foot hole in front of the statue.
Well,
And looking at it, Ithri, you think that they were standing on a large domed rooftop.
yeah. I was about to say that those are the roofs of buildings, and it looks like they're in one.
You best start believing in buildings. You're in one. Sorry, I could not resist.
That's fair.
I appreciate.
I mean, I guess we just. You guys are right.
No.
Can we hear him?
Cora, you can. Kyrek, absolutely not. You're way down at this
Fair.
point.
Oh, I didn't slide?
Oh yeah, no, I'm the only one who slipped.
No, you are still at the top of the sand mound, but you are
Oh, okay.
30 feet below just this hole where sunlight is streaming down on you. In
See.
fact,
thought
I
we
can tell you a
both
little
went
more about
down.
what you do see.
Who, me?
Both of you.
Oh,
In the
okay.
faint natural light here, you see a 100-foot tall dome of fitted stone above a broken flagstone floor. The entire dome slants toward the southeast, however. Sifted dust and sand have spilled into the vast chamber beneath the dome, where it has crumbled on the southeast side. On the west, not too far from Kyrek, a darkly stained dome leans on top of a building that rises majestically from the sand. partially broken stairs lead up to its rubble-strewn front platform, which I believe you guys should be able to see. You too should be able to see anyway.
Yes.
And Cora, just remember, Kyrak is about 70 feet below you.
I'm okay. Kyrak fell. Are you okay? I'll yell that down.
I assume I'd be able to hear Cora.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Now, fortunately, you didn't take the 50 points of fall damage from a 100-foot fall. You were sliding, so, you know, you took, like, you only took the 7 from the initial drop. You just kind of went ass over tea kettle. God damn it. Ass over tea kettle down the hill. That's all.
Well,
your dignities hurt more than your body.
literally what I was about to say.
So it's 30 foot and then another 100-foot slide.
70-foot slide. 30 foot and then another
okay,
70
okay.
foot.
100 in
I
total.
think that there's a building down here. I think we were on a building.
Could I cast light light cantrip?
Mm-hmm. Just make sure you have your token targeted, and it should do that for you.
Wait,
Uh,
are you
should
really
we-
not okay? Do you need medical attention?
Should we jump
I'll be
down?
fine.
I mean, let's prep
I
the
mean-
camels and our gear first, because most of the stuff is still on the camels.
Yeah.
And then you just drag that spell effect onto your token.
Oh, gotcha.
Ithri will like scramble up towards the hull and be like, "Hey Cora, is there anything on the camels you need?"
I've got some dried pineapple in my rations. Can you grab that?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll gear up so that everyone's got whatever they've got on their character sheets, effectively.
And
then-
you've actually got a rope, you clever people. I'm moving you, Cora, because you're standing on top
And a
of one
spade.
of the tokens.
Now.
Oh, sorry.
Shall
Yeah,
I
and a
put-
spade.
I'll put
We have a shovel.
I'll put the shovel in the stuff.
When you find the shovel, can you tell me how much it's worth?
Blaze, did you put the spell effect on your token?
Struggling with it.
You just got to drag it from chat onto the token.
Oh, from chat. Oh, that's what I'm going.
Quantity 1, character
See how it says
2.
spell effect light?
Oh, yeah,
that's
there it
magic.
is. Ta-da!
Boom.
Never mind, I
And
found,
now you can see.
found the price.
And now it illuminates the building more fully, and you can see much better now. However, and right now, like, who was the first one to climb down the rope? Was it Ithri?
We hadn't decided that yet, but I
Oh,
can be.
you tell me,
No,
who's the
Ithri
first
would
one?
be last because he's probably going to make sure it doesn't drop.
Okay.
Um,
I'm at this point, all three of you, I would assume, are on the rope on your way down. So Ithri at the top, then whoever's in the middle, and the first one going down the rope would just be reaching where Cora is. Is that Junko or Medora?
I'll go first.
Okay,
so
so
probably
Junko,
Legend could go first.
you're just setting your boots down on the sand next to Cora as Kyrak illuminates this building. You can see to the west, the base of the sand pile laps against 3 semicircular stairs, which lead up to an entry porch of what can only have once been a magnificent temple. Now, however, the platform is strewn with rubble. Its leaning marble pillars support the domed roof. Centered in the porch's rear wall are 2 humongous doors of stained bronze, which are cracked partially open. And contrary to, I can't partially open the door. You can't see super well through it, but I just left one door open. Like, even as well as it's illuminated, that's still too well. So just disregard whatever you can see on the other side for now. But that's where
You
the doors
insist.
are partially open.
Okay, I'm heading down. Whee! Almost laid down.
Okay, make an
Hi.
acrobatics check.
Oh,
Not that it really
hell
matters.
yeah.
I guess it's just
No, I'm doing it.
how cool your descent is.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real
You know,
cool. Unless I really
I'll fall-
want.
I'll
I'm
follow
good at this
suit with
too.
it.
Yeah, let's do that.
And Ithri, you're only now like reaching the bottom of the rope.
Well,
Give it like
I
one
didn't
final tug
roll
to make
right.
sure it's still secure.
Heck yeah!
Okay.
Turn around and all
Cora,
these guys.
you build up a little too much speed, and about halfway down the hill, you suddenly
Haskell.
Ah! and start, huh?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
use a hero point.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Seems about right.
Okay. Well, you start to spin out, but you maintain your balance, and you're fine.
Yay!
Junko gets a hero point. Make sure you add that to your
Oh,
inventory.
son of a bitch.
No, that's Junko, I said.
Thank you.
Junko, you descend. Oh no.
Oh, because of the sand billowing up, I couldn't see, and then
Yeah. And like you hit a piece of rubble that's just jutting out of the sand pile, and it just sends you flying through the air. You land hard on your back, and then start spinning, rolling down the hill the rest of the way, stopping at the stairs. Medora,
do you have a feat
How-
for something like this?
How
you just
good-
like slide down, no problem. Like you may as well be on like a snowboard. Like you snowboard down.
I have a staff of impossible visions. Can I have like put it down, attach my feet to it, and just?
Yeah, you can. And
yeah.
even
Putting sunglasses
as
on
you hit the
halfway.
bottom of the hill, you use the leverage of the steps to like snap the staff
This-
back up into your hand.
Yeah,
at the
the
bottom.
staff hits the step. I step off it, and the staff comes up, and I just hold it and look at Cora like.
Now I cannot wait to see how Ithri is going to get down this hill.
Use your shield. Remember how fun that was?
A3 looks at his shield.
Do it. Do
I like
it,
that he's just
do
been
it.
standing up at the top of the hill this whole time. Like I'm not doing that.
Like, A3's gonna look at his shield and
Tobogganing's
go,
fun. Remember?
"Ugh," and just trudge down there.
Make an acrobatics check to balance, please.
Oh shit!
It is a very steep hill, and
I
it's
mean,
loose sand.
I feel like
Uh,
if you get this wrong, but you get a save really well, you end up tobogganing down either way.
I mean,
Whether
there's
it's on
no
your
risk of
face
damage short of a
or your
critical
Is
fail.
that a blind one?
No,
Okay.
no. You're gonna know exactly how. Oh my god! Actually, no.
Cool.
He doesn't slide. He doesn't. It's not cool per se, except in that Ithri just is like, I'm not doing this, and then doesn't do it. He just walks down the hill.
We've
He
got
just fucking
without-
sulks his way down there. I'm not having fun.
stream elements. Let me know.
I'm not gonna. have fun
Who was
with
that? That's
this.
Cora. I got Cora. Cora, you have a hero point.
Yes, that was already done. Actually. I think.
Oh yeah, I added one.
Damn it! Cora,
take another one,
I'm
though.
taking your hero point away.
No.
Yeah, Ithri is just trudging down.
I love that. That's where I get my nat 20.
I'm just gonna.
I
If
love
you-
that for you, to be
If you
honest.
tobogganed, it wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
100% that decision.
Like, the dice like me soaking apparently.
Do you like
Once
shunt
the
your
dice
way
and
down
I
as well?
agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna immediately check for traps. I'm gonna like stand at the
What?
top of the
Do you not
stairs and then
trust-
check. No, I don't
It's Good
trust
Friday.
ruins
After the
underneath
trapdoor
sand.
booby trap that got us here in the first place.
To be fair, like looking up, you can see it was less of a booby trap, more of like the ceiling just couldn't hold your weight.
How dare you?
Okay, what do I roll for traps?
I'm sad you didn't bring a camel. This is a blind perception.
Alice, no.
Might go back for a
Okay.
camel.
Honestly, any camel that you bring down here, I don't think you getting back.
You mean this isn't?
You'd have to
some sort
figure
of,
out
like,
how to hoist a camel
B&B?
30 feet up onto unstable footing. So, you know.
We just convinced it to learn how to climb a rope.
animal
Looking
handling?
about Junko, you don't see. Wait. For just a moment, you saw something dark move in the shadows beyond that door. That's just kind of cracked open. There's something in there.
Did I see it enough to hunt prey it?
No. But it made your
I'm just
skin
gonna
crawl,
go-
whatever it was.
And I am going to sneak to this pillar cautiously. I don't want to
Make a stealth check.
gladly.
This
As
is
soon as I
blind
open my character sheet again.
because you're not allowed to know if I see you or not.
I know.
Won't this be fun?
My master stealth. Watch, I just rolled a 1.
Junko darts silently across the temple portico, taking cover
I want to be
behind one of
directly behind the
columns.
pillar.
Okay.
right there.
Yeah, sure. And with your
Is there any
dark
writing
vision,
on this pillar?
there is not. With your dark vision, if you want to like lean around, you could try to seek and see if you can make out what's
Yeah.
in there. It would be another perception.
So,
check.
like, right
Blind,
there?
of course.
Or
Yeah.
actually, I
Well,
can't.
no,
be
you're
between...
officially. You are still there. You're like leaning around, just peeking.
Yeah, but for like
you
my visual sense, peeking. You said seek?
Mm-hmm.
Is
But this
that
would be a blind perception.
okay?
This is a trap. He's trapping you. Just so you know.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
What?
wait
I'm
for this to be
aware.
an eye contact charm.
Medusa.
You do
Figured if
see
you guys have to fight.
something. What you see? Hang on, I want to see if I can. There's a way I can show just you. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Everyone saw that.
You did not just show her.
I didn't even click anything. What? It
Well,
auto showed
we
it?
all
Eh,
see
that-
it.
Okay,
that
well,
popped
okay, you
up.
may ignore that. Junko, you see one of those the size of a camel moving behind the door. And you can just make out enough movement to know there's more than one of them in there.
So,
You rolled so well that you can further see that they don't look very good. They don't look very healthy. They look like they're starving.
I'm gonna pull out. Does it look like that door can shut?
Sure, but it looks like it'll take some elbow grease. It's a very big door.
Okay. E3.
Go ahead and do this.
No, I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna point to E3 and then go.
Ithri's gonna like look down at his shield and his gear and be like, stealth mode.
Are you
You,
stealth?
you can follow my lead.
Yes.
I will
Ju-
note, by the way, that with the door as it is, they would have to squeeze to get through. However, if the door is all the way open, they could come running out.
I'm just letting you know. I'm throwing something in there and I'm shutting the door.
Does it
So-
open it in or out?
It actually
Towards us, or-
opens. Let me see real quick. It opens away from you. It
Excellent.
opens inward.
So Ithri's gonna stealth stomp over here.
You could follow the expert, by the way.
How I
Nah.
don't know how.
Yeah, that's right. You can, because Junko is sneaking. If your action here is to follow the expert, you can use her stealth. So following the expert, you would roll, but you'd get a bonus. Can you hit Quiet Allies, Junko? I don't remember what the bonus was.
Let me
And
find
are
out real
you
quick.
expert or master in stealth?
I'm master.
Okay. So you'll get +3.
to my roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you
So
want
you're
this
going to roll stealth with a +3 bonus.
with a
That won't help, Junko.
Yeah, I was just looking at it.
+3. This is blind, I presume.
Oh, yes. Wouldn't want you to know.
Cool.
Now, then again, if you're not quiet enough, everybody's going to know. And yet, E3, much slower than Junko, creeps over here behind the column. Nothing emerges from those doors.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my alchemist fire.
Now, before you do that, you other three, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna look at the other two and just be like,
And then I'm gonna go like this. And I'm gonna hold my bottle, throw.
100%. I'm just staying where I am at the moment because I've just watched
I'm-
2 people sneak over there, and I'm like,
yeah, I'm not moving.
I'm gonna need you to help me close the door. Okay.
You
And
guys doing it again?
yeah, I'm gonna sneak.
Oh, you're going to need another stealth check, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go there and sneak.
Okay.
A3 is
yeah.
also following, so I presume Stealth.
Actually, you know what? At this point, go back to where you were. We're gonna do initiative. It's not necessarily combat. Combat might not even break out, but I think we're getting into action by action now instead of.
Yeah. Can you make it so I can roll?
Give me a minute. I just gotta add everyone to the initiative. There you go.
There's
Go ahead.
5 of them?
Go ahead and
Sorry,
roll.
You don't know that.
Are we also rolling?
Everyone. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just them. Okay.
And Junko and Ithri, you are rolling stealth instead of perception.
Oh, that's my bad.
Mine's the same.
Let me.
I am skeptical of that, but
I can check just in case.
Mine's a lot.
I
less.
feel like
Oh no, it's 2 more with stealth.
also
Nice.
your class I think gives you benefits when you roll stealth for initiative.
I'll roll it again then. Can you undo mine then?
I cannot, but okay, clear initiative.
If you roll it from
there.
your sheet,
I
you
redid that,
should
and
be
Ithri,
able
I'm going to do that
s-
to you as well.
Oh,
E3 is just.
Okay, so there. E3 and Junko, you can re-roll, but you want to use stealth instead of
I just rerolled.
perception.
Do you want to add that one, or shall I re-roll?
I mean, can we add that one? Because E3 actually just. Stealth.
I just rolled a 30.
I can edit it, I believe.
Cool.
31, you
mine's
said?
less now.
No, sorry, 29. I yours is less now. But we're level-ish.
Yeah.
Following the
I
exercise
just-
working for me.
I appreciate how much Junko's just lent E3 in terms of like, you're doing good.
I need his muscles, okay?
Okay, so it is this one's turn. It doesn't move. Junko.
Okay, now I sneak up to here. Do I need
Okay,
to
make
re-roll
your
that?
stealth check. Yes, you do.
Oh,
Because that was
okay.
for your initiative. This is going to be blind stealth now. You don't get to know this one.
I thought I already did it.
Did you? Was that before I called for initiative?
Yeah, that's just.
I believe so.
I see it. No, that's Ithri. No, you didn't. It never went through.
It's not above.
So this is-
Okay, yeah. That's fine. Stealth. Nope. I'll eventually figure out where everything is.
I know the feeling. Okay. As you begin to move forward,
If I rolled bad,
tiptoeing
I'm
to the door.
gonna hero point it.
Something crunches, and you look down to see a skull under your boot.
Hero point?
I'm afraid that with secret rolls, that's a little challenging to do.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Ah, I hate that I can't pop out my
Also, this was a
character
natural one, which so I feel like it makes sense that that would be like hero point proof. Do we agree that that makes sense?
sheet. My heart
Hmm.
dies.
I mean,
My will
the non-hero point.
Dies.
That does work, but if in future we wanted to roll with advantage, could we say hero point beforehand if it's a blind roll?
Yes, in which
Okay,
case I would
cool.
let you roll a second time and I would just take the
Yeah,
second.
yeah. Cool.
That
I
that
hate
makes sense
that
to
I
me.
didn't know this.
To be fair, it
Okay.
wasn't a thing until now.
Yeah.
Making it up as we go
Um,
along, just like the rulebook says.
The one time Junko's like, yeah, fire. And some other skull is like,
So as this
Way down.
happens, Junko looks down and kind of looks back at E3, and you two have this moment of eyes locked in horror.
Okay, well, I'm immediately throwing it then. 'Cause
E3,
one
what you
action.
see behind Junko, you see two tiger-striped hairy legs begin to squeeze through the door and some fat, bulbous body starting to writhe out
Fun times.
toward Junko. Junko, you may continue your turn.
Fuck. I'm gonna throw it at them. Oh, I did target one, but
I don't have any of them targeted. Oh, yes,
There we go.
yes, it is. I see it. It's targeted. You want to try that again?
yeah.
It should auto roll damage for you too. That's the good news.
I can't. It doesn't let me roll this one again.
Oh, because you've already done
Whatever.
the
It hit. So
attack.
just roll damage. It's fine.
Is it a
Just-
critical hit?
That's actually a fair question. I doubt it. It is. Yeah, it's a critical hit. Love that for you. All right, you throw it into the darkness, and you can hear something shriek as they are wreathed in flame. It is gonna take big ouchie, and now has persistent fire damage. Meanwhile, this one takes the splash. As does the VC1. Okay. And for just a moment, the flames illuminate inside, and all of you can see horrible, wriggling, massive tarantulas. And now our initiative continues.
And then for my last action.
Sorry, you've got a third action, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hunt prey this one.
All right, and I believe you have macros and everything for that?
Yes.
Okay, it worked. Cool. So that moves us to Ithri.
Wait,
So-
did it mark it for death too?
It shouldn't.
Because I hit hunted. I just wanted to make sure.
No, it didn't.
Oh, that's the fire. Okay, I got it.
Cool. So as a player, trying to close this door, is that a single action or like 3 actions? What?
You know, closing a door is normally an action.
But this is a big get.
It is a big rusty door, so you know, it might be more. Hard to say.
Okay. Well, are the legs still poking out, or are they busy being on fire?
Oh, they're coming.
Okay. Ithri is going
In fact, to
to.
represent that, I'm just going to do that so that you can more clearly see the one that has legs coming through.
Ithri is
Uh,
going to. Yeah, you alright?
You don't have to close the door anymore. It's okay.
He
Uh,
refuses.
If you're saying that as Ithri's running over there.
Well, because they noticed us. That's why I said it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you throwing a big flaming thing through the door.
Yeah, they're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Must have been the wind.
But it's no longer by surprise, really. You know.
Yeah. So Ithri is going to. Oh, it's been so long since I played. 1 action to move to the door. Second action, he's gonna take a whack, but it's a special one. Let me find my stuff.
Ooh,
A
okay.
special wax.
Special. I love my special wax. Wax. That sounded like.
Save it for
it's gonna
Valentine's
take
Day.
my legs. The hair off my legs.
Ithri's got the wax on. Let's make it wax off.
Actually. Ithri is going to do. He's not going to do a special one. He's going to raise a shield.
Okay. I will note, you are now effectively blocking the door as
Yep.
well.
Yep. And then he is going to. May as well just let's give it a whack. Let's give it 1.
Hell yeah.
Did that roll?
No.
No.
Now you have to make the strike.
That's the macros. There we go.
Boom! That's gonna hurt.
Make sure you target.
Yep.
It's,
Target.
it's targeted.
I'm just being like you, Askell.
Good.
I appreciate you.
Does a 30.
Damn! That is not a critical hit, I'm afraid.
So
but it
good.
is a hit.
So I think Ithri like is running towards the door to grab hold of it, and as Junko says that, is like, okay, fine, shield up and smack it as he gets there.
Your hammer smashes one of its legs, but it doesn't break the leg. It just sort of bruises it. And if you hover over, you'll see that it is barely injured.
Yeah, and then E3 is
Haha, I'm in danger, says
Haha.
E3.
Haha.
Okay.
You know, this is actually rather nice, only because Cora can get there really easily. Medora doesn't have to, and I don't know much about clerics.
You
so...
guys are absolutely controlling the battlefield right now. Medora, what would you like to do?
Myth would like to go nowhere near them.
I bet. So would Archer.
Is Miss struggling to look at the screen right now?
They're terrible.
Yep. I shut that image down pretty quick.
I'd like one as a pet.
I have held one. Which, yeah.
Fuck that.
If it helps Medora, Myth, you can target them in the encounters pane rather than.
Oh
on the map.
yeah.
So you don't actually have to look at the big scary token. You can just look at the small one.
So the real life rule that I have is the spiders that run towards me tend to die, and that means they've got a lot of angles that they can leave. I'm good with that rule now. In fact, I'm gonna stay. I'm just gonna sort of like, draw stuff. That's not me. Where is
That was me, sorry.
That's alright. I'm gonna just move up onto the thing so that I'm
Onto
not.
the portico?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't want to be on the unknown floor.
Okay.
And then.
For what it's worth, as you step up the steps onto this portico, it feels stable and solid.
Yeah. That's good. E3's in the way of the thing that I would probably do. Ironically, I have a spell called Spider Sting, but I'd have to touch them. So I think I'm gonna just.
Yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
I think maybe we just stay here.
Okay. Cool. Is that it?
I'm just checking this because some of my spells would go through E3 and.
That sounds promising. I'm in danger.
Just a reminder that you can always recall knowledge.
I don't know
As
that
an
I
action.
want to know more, but sure, let's.
It's also
Can I occultism check if people worship spiders?
Nope. This would be a nature check, I'm afraid.
Fine.
Isn't it an action to hold an action?
It's 2 actions to hold an action.
Ah, okay. And you've already moved.
We can move up a little bit closer.
Wait, is it 2 actions plus the action you would have done?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I can hold an action.
So holding an action is 2 actions and your reaction, effectively. So it would leave you with 1 action, which you've spent to move, now that I think about it.
So,
Edit. Where did I put the thingy? Description. Details. No.
While you're looking for that, narratively, what are you trying to do?
She's going to try and work out if there are likely to be more of them. Like,
Okay.
is this just the gate guard? Would you like a blind roll?
What is this meant to be? What's the role?
Roughly how many spiders am I gonna face when I walk through that door? And can Medora nope out right now?
is Myth trying
okay.
to work out if she needs to AFK for the next dungeon?
So you suspect that these are likely guardians of this place. They're probably intelligent, trained. It's likely, assuming you can treat these as you would treat any guards, that as the alarm has been raised, there will be reinforcements coming soon.
Okay. Can I try?
Oh, hang
Where
on, I
is-
just thought of something.
I just closed my character sheet. Good job, Myth.
Because on something, you something.
You know,
Okay.
we didn't look up, guys.
Continue.
We didn't look up
We
Is
guys.
didn't
that it
really
for your
get the
turn?
chance.
That's 2 actions.
I will cast. Oh, can't. Wait, how far am I away? I would like to cast message and see if I get a
Isn't
see
that
if
2 actions?
no, it's 1.
Ooh,
One
okay.
action.
Okay.
If
And
I
who's the
think they're
target?
intelligent, I'm just basically going to relay the information straight to E3. That they are guardians. There will be reinforcements. They're probably just guarding this place, and obviously we've turned up. They're doing their job.
Okay. That's 3 actions then. That takes us to Kyrak.
Blue. Right. Ooh. Anything I shoot at it is more likely to hit Ifri than it is the spiders.
So that's fortunately not really a mechanic in this game system. What it would equate to is they have cover. Effectively, E3 being there gives them, between E3 and the door, they have superior cover, actually.
My bad.
Clarify, some of my spells say any thing within an area, and some of them say any, thing that's not allied. The wording of
Noted.
some of the spells is very hints at whether you'll do damage or not.
Mm-hmm. It's case by case. We'll cover that as it comes up.
Yeah, there's definitely one of mine that would just take out A3 as well.
So,
Would I know what kind of creature these are?
that
As
would be a
in,
nature check.
Could I do a nature check first?
Mm-hmm. It is an action. It's
That's-
called Recall Knowledge.
Sure. Would this one be blind?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Enjoy some of that.
These are giant tarantulas. Is there any one thing in particular you want to know, or just
I'm looking
What are
to
they?
see if they're a fiend.
no? They're basically just animals. They're just like any other tarantula, just really freaking big.
And hungry.
And I would say you could recognize that they're hungry and therefore will probably behave recklessly.
Excellent. Right. Oh, that's annoying. The thing I wanted to do, I wouldn't be able to do. No. Okay. In that case,
Yes.
so I've just grown myself a bit. In that case, I'm gonna move over to here. That's still a measure. That's fine.
It should give you a ruler just by trying to drag your token around.
I think it's just because I'm set to ruler. No.
I think it should do it even
There
if
we
you're
go.
not set to ruler.
There we are. Gonna move
Okay.
over to there. And I'm actually gonna leave it at that.
Do you have any actions remaining?
I have 1 action remaining.
You can do an additional recall knowledge if you wish. For more information.
Go on, we might as well.
Okay. You further know that giant tarantulas are venomous, and that their venom is painful and paralytic.
Excellent.
They're venomous, but are they poisonous? Nom 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 nom.
Also, yes. One of them. Oh, the one in the door gets to act. That one is definitely targeting Ithri. It's very interested in you, I'm afraid.
I must look like a
And
foil
is
rat's
it-
treat.
First of all, it's going to try to knock you back or down with a leg.
Is the leg on
Reaches a
fire?
big hairy leg out. This one, no. This one had crawled through the group. It took it took splash damage, but this isn't the main one that was hit.
Do I need to, is it against AC or do I need to save?
Nope, it hit. Did that not show up? Hang on, I'll just re-roll it. It should have showed up.
Yeah, there we go. Those both showing now.
There it is. Okay. Oh wait a minute. It did show up.
It did show up, yeah, I just hadn't.
Yeah. Okay, so ignore the second one. The first one was a hit, but not a critical hit. You would have taken 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
If I...
Are you going to use shield block?
If I use shield block, does that prevent the knock prone? I'm gonna
Only
use
if it
anyway.
negates all the damage.
I'm gonna use it anyway.
Okay. So, instead of Ithri taking damage, we're gonna hit block, and now hit Ithri damage, and there we go. Ithri is unscathed. Their shield completely absorbing 10 damage. So good news, you're not prone.
And that doesn't damage my shield because it needs to hit a threshold. Is that right? Or I can't remember how shield damaging your shield works.
So what's your shield's hardness?
10, I think.
Your shield takes no damage.
Let me check.
The hardness is negated from the damage, so you just everything. Your shield just ate that up. It made you slide like a few inches on the stone, but it didn't knock you down. The tarantula snarls and is now going to try that again, albeit with a second leg. They really want out. That is
No,
a
I think
miss.
they're cozy in there.
Now, really angry, it's gonna try to bite you. Just mandible fangs reaching for you. That's a critical miss, I'm afraid.
I
They
didn't like
can't
that sound.
You.
That
No?
was,
like
that
it
was
was
an
like
interesting.
it was a weird miss sound. It wasn't like
I mean, its jaws are snapping, like it's trying so
Yeah,
hard to
it
get
was
through
like-
that door, and you are just holding it in there. Mostly like leaning into it with your shield now as hard as you can, holding it back. Cora.
Yo, what up? Well, it looks like from here, I think Itzri's trying to keep the door closed. Is that?
I am.
The door ain't
stopping them
closing
from
now.
coming
There's a
in.
spider in it.
Yeah.
Just trying
Oh,
to keep
okay.
anything from getting out.
Okay. So, oops. I'm going to. That's one action
Monk
to
move bullshit.
strike. What?
I feel
Cora
like I
just
crawl
darts
compared to
across.
Cora's just walk.
And I'm gonna move up here. Hey, Itzri, how's it going?
Yeah, you just see like this thing trying to reach around his shield. Horrible giant tarantula jaws snapping in his face.
Literally like
Okay.
battering my shield left and
Okay.
right.
So if I were to do something that's like a line from here, would that work? Like this?
Yeah,
It would? Okay, cool.
yeah.
So I'm going to cast Inner Radiance
boy.
Torrent. And this
Oh,
isn't.
shit.
I'm not
Don't
doing
forget
it.
to target. Oh, you don't have.
This
Actually,
is
you don't have to
just-
target.
One. It's a line, so
If you hit the spell,
Um,
it should give you everything you need for that.
it's going to. It's not. God damn it.
That is gone forever.
It's not 120 feet. I don't need to do that. It's just 60 feet.
Okay. Well,
Oh, I
there's
think
the
it
prompt
just
at the
hits the
bottom.
2, right? It just hits
No,
these
at the
2.
bottom. It says. Yeah. So
Okay, I'm
it's the
just
first
letting
one.
you
You're gonna
know.
hit inner radius,
Yes.
and there's place 60-foot line, which will give you your targets.
Oh, I can't do diagonal?
Why not?
I don't know, I'm scared. Okay, let me try. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how to put a diagonal line.
Is that 10 foot wide?
I can't,
Looks like a line of sellotape.
it's 5 feet. I can't. Help me. Please help. Help. Help! I can't
I
move
mean-
it. It's just blasting from the spider.
It feels like you've told the spider to cast the spell instead of you. And the spider's
it was
just like,
looking
"Yeah,
like
sure."
this, and I was trying to cast like this. I don't know how
I
to
can't
move
even
it.
interact with it.
Okay, well,
Okay, so we're just gonna ignore that for now.
okay.
Try again, but this time
the spider
target
firing lasers.
try holding
Okay.
Alt or Shift while you're placing the line. See if it lets you diag.
We got
Okay.
like
For fuck's sake.
Okay,
Hold
new
on,
plan.
These are being...
New plan. We're just
Hold
gonna.
on, I
I'm
can-
gonna have you target the ones affected by it. Ignore.
No,
the
I got
lines.
this. Just fuck. Okay.
just rip that sellotape back off again.
Okay. What do you want me to do? You gotta make a save.
Oh, thank God.
I want you to target the ones
Okay, it's
that are
targeted.
affected.
Okay.
All of the ones that are affected by your
Oh,
line.
Okay, they're
You target
targeted.
them up.
Now what?
Oh.
Now
You get all three in the line.
I'm going to hit, or you're gonna hit, save DC 23 basic reflex.
Okay, I did. It says select at least one token, but they are selected.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Let's try again.
Oh, I think I did it.
There it is. Yeah.
I
So
did
there's
it, I
only
did it.
two. Here are their rules.
Okay. The DC is
We have a critical
23.
success and a failure.
Okay.
So for the failure, it should now be the damage. You're gonna click damage
Okay. Where? Oh, here.
under the save. There you go. There you go. You did it. Now
Yay.
tell us what the hell we see.
So Cora just is like, hey, 3. Oh, okay. And then she like reaches her hands in there and just goes. It starts glowing and just pew 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 pew, just blasted in there.
You can't.
Why?
You couldn't have cast that.
Why?
It's 2 actions to cast that.
Yeah, that's correct.
You moved twice.
Oh, fuck balls. My bad.
All of that.
That'll be my action on my next
I'm
turn.
gonna just take away 1 hero point from you,
Oh, okay, that works.
Cool.
and
Uh.
we're good. We good.
Sorry, I might be. It's been a few weeks since we've played. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. One of the other tarantulas, enraged, begins to climb up the wall
This is where I was.
and is going to squeeze out the door.
Is it within
over.
melee range?
It is. This is
Oh,
going
no,
to
I've
provoke
used my
from you,
reaction.
but only from you, because
I've
it's
used
not
my
the hunted
reaction.
prey. You did.
Mhm.
Ah, phooey. Okay, so it unfortunately has to use all 3 actions to squeeze out the door and come down the wall over here behind Junka.
I don't like this.
That would have.
I don't want to
But
play
as
anymore.
that ends round 1.
Does Cora have attack of opportunity?
Cora, do you have your? Because it did move out of your. Do you have a thing for that?
Let me. I thought that was when they tried to. Let me double check it. I think yes, I do though.
I believe you do.
I thought you had something along with
Yes, I do.
Are you using it?
Remind me, it just uses your reaction, correct?
Yep.
And you have
Yep.
one reaction.
But you do have to make sure it's the only thing you have targeted. So correct your targets.
Okay, so yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead and do it.
I will. Just give me a second. And that's just obviously with a fist. So here it goes. That sounded like it
Okay,
might have hit.
So this thing starts clamoring overhead. You do lash out and hit it. Also, you need to hit the ability that gives you that. Send that to chat.
Okay.
And then roll your damage.
Pop!
That
Let
was
me think.
not.
That was
correct.
the damage. What?
Oh, it was. It was. You're right. You're
What
right.
do you
you're right.
mean? What do you mean? Yep, let me find my ability and I'll put it in chat. But you
What's
can
that called? Like the Street Fighter move where you like do the spin and punch upward? You know what I'm talking about?
Sure, you can.
Sure, you can. That's what Cora did.
Here it is.
Uses a move action. or
It wasn't a
uses
critical,
their
right?
during- Okay. No, it was not.
Okay.
Okay, so you do a Shoryuken, but it's not a direct hit. You just sort of clip it, and it scampers down the wall to face Junko. As the Valkyrie are caught up in this fight with a group of massive tarantulas desperately trying to squeeze through these doors, somewhere beneath the sands of Elemen in some lost city whose name is forgotten by history, that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Dang.
Okay.
GG, guys. Ava, correct me if I'm wrong. You've got one game session. You're going to be here next week? Okay.
Yes, I'll be here next week, but then not anymore.
Okay. So thank you, chat, so much for hanging out with us today. This was absolutely fantastic.
I had a lot of
If you know
fun.
this adventure, you know things are about to get neat. You can find our past episodes on our YouTube channel, as well as our future episodes, technically, if you have the ability to see into the future. You can also find some other campaigns we've played. Listen, I don't want to assume anything, Ashley. You never know. You can find other games, including our Friday evening Pathfinder 2e game that we run, which is Return of the Rune Lords, and has some familiar faces, some not so familiar faces, some goobers.
Are there 5 spiders?
Yeah, why?
That's a mount for each of us.
Oh my god, you're right.
You want
Can have
starving
spider
giant
mounts.
tarantulas as you're gonna have a hard sell on Medora with
Yeah,
that
they
one.
can eat the camels, and we got
It's
new
not
mounts.
Medora that's got the issue, it's very much Myth. And also, you kind of won't be able to watch until we get rid of the spiders.
I would lean into that. Be like, no, Medora hates spiders because Myth hates spiders.
Hey, we're not exactly the same.
It's true,
Just
but
like
I mean, if you
shinies
can,
and stealing things and being a
if you can
pain in the
channel that
butt.
fear, why not, right? I digress. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe we'll see you Friday. Maybe we'll see you Sunday. Maybe it's Maybelline. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Not sponsored.